Here's a man middle-aged and mean, chasing a dream that's never been. Filed another case, he's losing ground. Can't stop wheels from spinning round. He's got minions on his side, no prayer. Still fighting on, it's just a nightmare. Pull him up, you're making it worse. Endless motions, pocket full of curse. YouTube hits, but your soul's in chains. Protracting pain, multiplying shame. Pull him up, can't you see? You're drowning in your own hypocrisy. Every case is a money grab. Put it on the tube, that's the only tab. Litigation game, no need to win. Just drag it out and reel him in. Twist the law, break the rules. He's playing games, but he's just a fool. Pull him up, you're making it worse. Endless motions, pocket full of curse. YouTube hits, but your soul's in chains. Protracting pain, multiplying shame. Pull him up, can't you see? You're drowning in your own hypocrisy. Every motion's just for show. Filing papers, moving slow. Courtroom's a circus, all a game. But in the end, who is to blame? Sick of the noise, sick of the lies. The case is dead, he'll never realize. Pull him up, you're making it worse. Endless motions, pocket full of curse. YouTube hits, but your soul's in chains. Protracting pain, multiplying shame. Pull him up, can't you see? You're drowning in your own hypocrisy. On the case another day. Will the judge care the sky's gone gray? Pull him up, it's all a trap. You're digging your hole, fall in that gap. Pull him up, the time's all spent. Lost in the game, no way to repent. Mommy didn't love you enough, germ. Too bad, not sad. Pull him up. Pull him up.
Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday, Spunday. There's Robbie and Tori's here.
Don't forget me.
Hey, Gabe's here in the background with me.
Jeez.
He's like, don't forget
Good
me.
Lord, I'm just a frog on a fence
No, you're
post.
sitting behind me.
Yeah, like a frog on a fence post.
You're getting closer. You're getting closer. What's going on,
And
everybody?
literally, we're sitting in two chairs right now. She's in a chair that's higher up. I'm sitting like low to the floor.
Yeah. Well, raise
I
it
feel like
up.
I'm a pet.
Raise it up.
Just pat him on the head.
Pat him on the head.
Pat him on the head, tell him it'll be okay.
Pat, you'll be okay.
Somebody said,
Hello, everybody.
Said, pat him on the head. You'll be okay. I did. Everybody
Hello.
say hello. Hello, everybody.
At least they don't forget me.
No, I don't forget you either. Stop that. Oh my gosh, he's so bad. Oh my God, we have somebody else here. Who might this be? Hold on. Oh,
It's
It's not
time.
it's not connected yet,
She
but I
told me to
see
give you a
that.
hug.
Who's head? Oh, I got a kiss too.
That's a bonus.
Bonus.
That's a bonus.
Hello, Anita.
The
Bonus.
other person that's here is not connected, so they need to jump back out and jump back in because their device is not connected. So, hello. Let's go through it, Robbie. You ready? Let's go through it.
Oh boy. Now I can't wait to hear this.
Don't be shy.
No. The hellos, the greets. Hello, Strictly, Bonnie, Marla, Connie, Rin, Renee, Kim, Cindy
Strictly
Clark,
Martha, Lori, Sandy,
Hey.
Ed, Lori, Marsha, Mike,
Sandera.
Bonnie, Pebs, Bearded Fisherman, Connie,
He's going through the names.
Marla, Rin,
Where's
Reenie,
Flutter?
Cindy Clark, Kim, Tricky
Come on.
T,
Come on, Flutter, show
Sandman,
up.
Mother of Birds.
No, it's not, Kristen.
This cat is flying.
Hi,
Come on,
y'all
Flutter.
beautiful.
Bobby,
Tori's squeezing her hellos in.
bless your Junior
Hello,
Granny,
everybody.
Babs,
There she goes. We heard you.
Sylvie, hello,
Hey.
hello, all you
Pebs.
beautiful people. Pebs,
Hello.
John Cook,
It still says your
Bearded.
device is not connected. 1 second.
King Paco, Lori
what?
J,
What is that?
Stick your
Flutter's
foot
a
up in
kayak.
there. Oh, that's
Carol Crazy,
It was a little
Jimmy
beetle
B,
was in my-
Yeah,
Sherry,
It was in my hair.
Yeah, well.
It was stuck in my
Bobby
hair.
Lawrence, Jennifer
Oh,
W,
yeah.
Sandra,
There.
Back to Country, Connie, Timothy,
All right.
Kim,
The other me, you got to either turn on your device or something, your mic or your camera or something, because it's saying I can see that you're there,
That's right.
but there it is. All right, now you're here. All right, here we go.
That's right. Flutter's going to be over.
There you go.
Hello.
She's back. Hey, Kyle, what's going on?
Kyle, what's up, brother?
Sorry. Hey, well,
Mike,
you don't want to know about me.
McDermott. Food was awesome. We went and got sushi at a new place down the road, and it was totally awesome.
Good Lord.
KJ, this is great. It's so funny. We got me, then other
Your
me,
thing
then
moves
where's only me?
when
We got
it
so
doesn't
many
even
me's.
time
It's
it-
great.
Yeah, your thing moves and somebody's talking, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Ours,
but this is delayed.
oh, is it?
Yeah, so like you're here. See, you'll see it here
Kristen,
in time, in real time. That's a little after.
Jezebel, Cat Lady,
Look at
Jan.
Kyle. Kyle's got a cricket with a shot.
know.
What is that? Is that Scotch tequila? What is it, Kyle?
I'm guessing it's
Well,
Crown.
Is it
No.
Crown?
Nope.
Southern
it's,
Comfort.
Johnny
Southern
Walker.
Comfort.
Johnny Walker.
Johnny Walker. All right.
Johnny
Last
Walker.
night
Johnny
it
Walker's
was
okay. I
blue.
like that.
Thanks to
Johnny
Lisa.
Walker, what though?
Johnny
It was
Walker
blue thanks to who?
you.
Why
started
me?
listening
It looks like it
to
kind of
Ozzy
if
last
Wyatt
night.
Earp was
Ah.
if Doc Holliday was reincarnated, he'd come back like that.
I would love to be Doc Holliday.
Doc
by the way.
Holliday.
He would love to be
Right.
Doc Holiday, he said.
He was my favorite character.
Oh.
Man. He was the best character in the movie too.
I'll
so.
be your
Everybody's saying
Huckleberry.
Who's the other only me?
I'm your
I
Huckleberry.
mean, other
It's
me?
Kyle. Kyle.
Hi,
Kyle.
Oh,
Miss
okay.
Tori, I
See,
just
I-
want to say hi.
Hi.
Hope you're doing good.
I am. Healing,
And-
healing, and healing.
That's the best news, and I
Yeah.
love that.
It's really
never
weird. Really, really
Thank you,
weird.
Ed.
I go to the store, and I used to gimp through the store or get a scooter. And now I'm walking through the
Where
store
is,
without gimp and
nice.
keeping up.
Case or what's his name? Not him, but what's the other?
Who?
Ray.
Ray's not here.
He's not.
And I did not talk to him today.
Ray is probably with spending time with his wife.
His wife, yeah.
Yeah.
She might be hurt.
I did not talk to him today.
'Cause she fell and
How's-
broke
is
her hip.
When the last was his wife doing
Yep.
okay?
I have not heard from him, so I don't know.
Shelbo.
Can I say one thing though?
Did you tell her
Go ahead,
that
Tyler.
his wife is?
Well, besides being up late night, thanks to Lisa, because I had music in my ears till like.
Oh,
4:30.
sure. Blame me.
Oh, I am.
Did you watch the whole concert?
Yeah, and then
Yes,
I
blame
went back
Lisa.
and watched old
I gotta watch it.
videos, and anyway, then got up, played a little golf, sucked, but had fun, and then
Yeah,
I
if that
got to
concert
see
was held
Flut
here, we
Flut.
definitely would have went.
I gotta see.
Wait, I
Flip
lost
fly
the
on my
sound.
lake.
There.
Anybody
Kyle.
else see the
They're
Ozzy?
talking about it now. Go ahead, Kyle.
I gotta see
Yeah.
Flip flat up.
Yeah, I saw the Ozzy.
Oh, you
It
did?
was so cool, and just watching her out there fishing, and that girl's got skills. Let me tell you. Well,
Is she even
on
here?
a kayak. I don't know. I haven't paid attention to chat yet, but hi everybody in chat. Who's there? Then I had to go pack for tomorrow. Then
Right.
I watched something that I'm kind of fuming about. But yeah, we'll let that be till after you do your thing, and then
Oh, I know what you're fuming about.
yeah, I'm a little pissed. But yeah,
Yeah,
um,
I'm gonna get into it right about now.
yeah, I'll shut up then. And hi everybody in chat, and hi, be good, be safe,
So-
and love y'all.
Uh-huh. All right, cool. So everybody knows I always go over everything he does on a daily basis when he puts videos out, right? But Spunday is all about how he spins all the bullshit he's spewed all week long, or the updates or anything that's happened. So here we are, and we're gonna go over what he did tonight. Tonight was a lot of malicious defamation tonight.
Again,
Coming out. Oh yeah. He went after everybody. He touched everybody, and but mainly who he touched was Robbie, and I will get to that.
Robbie's
he
not
started
into
off-
you, dude. Leave him alone.
Yeah. Well, he started up. Well, they started off. Apparently, they thought, I don't know, according to posts, and I don't know who's posting it, but they thought they were going to get arrested this week, and I don't know. I don't know why they thought that. There is an open investigation, but I don't know what made them think they were getting arrested this week.
Well, maybe they did. If they thought they were going to get arrested this
Maybe
week,
they
I
know
guess they
something we
probably did something illegal.
Right? Yeah. Well, George seems to think she
Maybe
hasn't
they
done
know
anything
something
illegal.
We don't.
She seems to think she's done nothing illegal.
Could you?
What's pretty amazing though is that she's wearing a shirt after we've been talking, myself, especially last night, Super Dave and
Robbie
Leslie
did.
and Robbie did also about the cyberbullying that's been going on, and how recently someone has actually taken their own life because of it. And so we've just been, and it actually is Mental Health Awareness Month. So they decided to bring it upon themselves to do the same thing, right? Which I thought was hilarious because I'm like, oh yeah, where'd you get that from? And then they start bringing, so they're listening, right?
So they're the
Because
biggest
saying-
ones cyberbullying people.
Exactly. We've been saying they've been doing that. I mean, I mentioned that 18 USC, the US 2661 for months. I had it on my thumbnails, everything. For months, they've been cyberbullying, cyber harassing everyone. And it's just more people they keep adding. So tonight he starts talking about it because
why
I
did my
mentioned
sound
it.
go out?
He starts saying how, that then someone's trying to blame them in case somebody does unalive
It's gonna be
themselves.
one
And
of
I'm
these
like,
nights.
oh my God, first of all, here's the thing. You are cyberbullying and cyber harassing people, and you have been at least a specific 3 for 2.5 years. Okay? 2.5 years. And you've done it before that, but you've been going on and on for 2.5 years. You are a bully. And you're cyberbullying, and now your girlfriend is right up there in your shit doing it too. Okay, well, or whatever she is to you. So
His girlfriend or
jokes-
his victim.
yeah, however you want to look at her. I mean, I don't even know anymore, but I don't know. So she talks about not going to jail, but then she decides to point out the benefits of going to jail, how she can go to school and become a lawyer and all this stuff in jail. I don't know why she even brought that up, but whatever. How about it? If that's what makes you feel better, thinking you're going to be sitting in jail or prison or something,
If she thinks that
go for it.
she's actually going to have time with that, with her looks,
Yeah, it's just.
yeah.
So then she says, sorry, I'm in the middle of a coughing. It's that time of the year, guys. Anyway, so
Because
she
women's
says
prisons
that,
are worse than men's.
yeah. And you know what? I actually, heard a lot about it from the Grizzlies. They were talking about their jail time
Mm-hmm.
and how the mother had it worse than Todd.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so and with that, she says she's gonna become a lawyer, right? And then they start mocking Leslie. Then they get into Tina Haley, which is Tina and Ryan.
Yeah.
That's who they bought the property from. They bought it from her family. He says that she sold it. She doesn't talk to her family. She's the black sheep and blah blah blah. And he doesn't know her family. Her brother is the one that sold them the
I
property.
was in the. Hi, Kristen. I know El
Not
Breeze.
her. I mean, the whole family was involved, but her brother's the one that sold it, and he didn't even deal with the brother or her and her family. He dealt with a real estate agent. So he's full of shit in literally everything he says. And bringing up Tina and Ryan and the property, I got some idiot named Lee in a Tubetown chat talking about the property and talking about there's no survey, blah blah blah. Yeah, there is.
Yeah,
There is a survey because we had it done. Okay.
Bonita.
So there is a survey, and it is not Jeremy's property. It is Brian and Tina's property. Okay. Documented, and there is film footage of Jeremy stealing the memorial. It's on film. It's him. And it's George also coming in after on film, checking his work.
Videos don't lie.
Videos don't lie. Isn't that right, Georgie Porgy?
Georgie Porgy.
Yeah. So, and then he starts going on to, let's see, the Levy County Sheriff's Office and how they're liable. No, they actually did their job, dude. And what you lied about, and I believe they actually caught you setting John and Michelle up. But you neglect to say that. And you also neglect to say that the stuff that you're accusing John and Michelle of have been unfounded at least 4 times. At least 4 times. And those reports should have been given to the Ohio judge, which you neglected to do. But they'll get them. Just you neglected to do it. That's how you got the contempt of court, idiots. Lie to your audience all you want, because I'll tell the truth. So let's see. I guess somebody said that they gave the sheriff, Levy County Sheriff, money, and they're saying they didn't. But no, you gave the village that you live in money for their canine unit, and that's why you don't have problems with them up there. That's why they kiss your ass in Ohio, because you throw money in their face.
Georgie Porgy.
You throw money in their face, in everybody's faces, which is why you don't seem to have a problem. You make YouTube a hell of a lot of money, so it takes more reports against your channel for you to get a thing removed. And don't you dare sit there saying you've never got a strike or you've never got anything removed, because I know damn well, there are 3 videos of yours that have been removed. So don't tell me you've never had any problems, you liar. And you're the one putting strikes on everybody else. You did it to Ray, you did it to MLS, you did it to Super Dave, you did it to me. And you waited to do it to me until you put my name, or the name you thought it was my name, in court paperwork. When you tried to add me to the federal when you tried to add me to the federal 1 case. Okay, you waited until you did that to give me that strike so that he could provide to YouTube paperwork that he's in a court process with me. And I fought with YouTube and I said, no, I'm not. And the judge didn't add me. So when the judge didn't add me and denied it, I went back to YouTube and said, can you please put my video back up? And they did. I only have 1 video that has been removed. And that's what I was basically off YouTube for the past week.
George
1 video.
He was just bragging about how you got suspended, but
Yeah.
But he never liked
I got suspended because of he's got a smear campaign. He's got people gathered together to report all these channels. How do I know that? Because we caught them talking about it in all these chats. Every time something happens, they're the ones talking about doing it and everything. And they're under his guise. Okay? So I got it. So I got proof that he's doing it. We're not doing that. We don't have a group of people going out to report. But I will use a line that he says a lot. If you see something, say something. There you go, guys. if you see that he's doing a video where he's harassing people, mocking them, cyberbullying them, report it, because that's what I would do.
Well, damn, that's a couple years of every video, isn't it?
Right? Yeah, pretty much.
Hmm.
He's gotten away with so much for over 2.5 years just since he's been in Otter Creek. Okay? And it starts way before Michelle.
The walls closing in.
So let's see. There you go. He's talking about John being on his property, flipping around guns.
Don't worry.
Here's the thing. John's on his property. He's on his own property. You are driving by stalking him.
All the time.
And he's allowed to show anybody he's got a gun. He didn't point it at you. And then what was it? You said, he pointed guns at 5 different people. Oh, I think 3 of them were in a vehicle accusing him of doing that. But yet, hold on. That one person, I do believe his name is Wes. That guy, Wes, came back and said you needed a complaint. So he did it for you. Not that it was true. And guess what? They disappeared, didn't they?
And
They didn't show up.
Like a fart in the wind.
Like a fart in the wind. Doesn't he give in the background? You hear him?
Like a fart in the wind, he is gone.
Right after he got his money.
Yep. Got his money. He's gone.
Parts.
Yep.
Like a fart in the wind.
They say Tina's getting sued again. What else? He's talking about they show people love, and people show them love back. And I'm like, you are full of shit.
Hey, Jennifer.
You fake it so you can make money. It's all about the grift. It's all about it. And he's got one big ass grift going on. He lied in Ohio to get the PO, and he lied with the contempts. That's not simple.
You lied.
It's this simple. It's this simple, dude.
Shame on you.
You sit there and beg for money for lawsuits. You beg people for money to pay lawyer fees.
Yeah,
that's all you do. And you use all these lawsuits that you file as
people give him
content.
Love. So true.
He's the bully, and he's been bullying people. He's wearing these, then now she's wearing a mental health man. And then she starts claiming that she has mental health issues, but she doesn't let it do this to her, do that to her. Not everybody's like you. And if you're not letting this happen to you, why the hell are you still there with someone who's basically abusing you? Your family's come forward and said so. Don't tell me. Don't sit here and preach, George.
That's a good question. Why is Tina being sued?
I don't even know. It makes no sense.
For what?
Because she sold them the damn property. I can guarantee you they wish the hell they didn't.
I can almost guarantee 100% they regret selling it to him.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, he's done nothing but freaking lied about everybody and everything. He's the one that went over to her and was like, don't you know who I am?
That's why she's getting sued, because she didn't know who
She didn't know who he was.
Everybody should know who he is.
Well, even Jerry Springer knows who he is. Did you hear him tonight, Kyle?
He's just a piece of poop floating in the ocean.
Tonight he literally said that Jerry Springer was waiting to be seen and waiting for him to recognize him. I was like, no, he did not. He did not do that.
Jerry Springer.
Jerry Springer was somewhere.
He could,
and he played it off like Jerry Springer at the airport. Yeah, and Jerry Springer was like waiting around, like looking to be seen by someone. So he obliged and introduced himself or whatever.
Oh, what?
Are
he
you
thought
kidding
he
me?
did Jerry Springer a favor?
Like,
Jerry Springer is dead.
Yeah, well, this is a long time ago. And I'm
was
like,
a mayor, and
that's
his
repertoire there.
Isn't he a
Tricky? Anyone can look up Robbie's Animal Sanctuary
Wait to be recognized.
and see exactly what it is. Because
Yeah,
Animal
it's not
Crossing,
Some celebrities that go to the airport, they don't want to be recognized.
exactly?
So why would they want you to come up and?
Well, Jeremy thinks he's
because
important all the time, so of course, But
I wonder if he introduced himself, Jerry Springer, as, do you know who I am?
at that point, who knows? Maybe
It was, Kristen. That's true.
Yeah. Anyway, he's obviously listening to what we're saying and stuff.
Lisa, remember, he was going to South Africa or somewhere.
Yeah.
Jeremy dates supermodels?
No.
Jeremy dates supermodels.
What supermodels? What supermodels? There ain't no freaking way.
Could
She's
probably
probably
give all
got
the
the
names of the
restraining
ones
order on.
Robbie actually dated.
Right? Oh my God, yes. He's competing with Robbie. But go ahead, Guy. What were you saying? The
I was
South
gonna say
Africa
they're
thing?
going somewhere to do some kind of Bible thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hello,
And
Flutter.
Jerry Springer was
I
going
was
there as
asking
well.
about you earlier. Somebody said you were on a kayak.
Sandra, I can't scroll all the way up right now.
I can't hear Kyle because Gabe keeps yelling.
What?
What? Look, I can't hear Kyle because Gabe keeps yelling.
Who said that? Who said that?
Robbie. Robbie, you're usually the loudest one.
I know. Gabe's got me beat.
Gabe's got you beat.
Am I loud?
Yes.
Am I?
Yes.
Folks, am I loud?
You don't have to understand.
Yeah.
He can't hear the conversation.
Then you got to turn the sensitivity off on your mic.
All right.
He needs to
I
get
gotta turn the sensitivity off. He can't hear you guys. If he's like cutting you off when you're talking, it's because he can't hear you guys. You're
Gabe's
in
got
my
to hear it.
headphones.
You gotta
Yeah,
get
he
Gabe
can't hear you.
I can't stand those things. So
He can't
if it looks
stand
like
them.
I'm being rude and an asshole and a dick, I don't mean to be.
You're
I
not-
can't hear who's ever talking. So
His Gabe put on headphones.
no, I like it this way.
He lied to you. All right. So
Fluff's
Let's
here
see.
now. Let's say
yes,
Great
Fluff is here.
Fluff. Amazing.
So-
kayaking.
Flutter, Kyle likes your kayaking video.
Oh
It's-
yeah,
It's amazing.
I was
Gabe's
watching
always
live.
cutting people off, Renee.
Flutter, I think you gave Kyle a fluffy with that kayak video.
A fluffy.
Oh. Robbie, my oar was
Yes.
fully out.
His
Your oar
oars.
was fully extended.
Yes.
My aura.
Kyle's fresh.
Oh,
He's talking about fluff. All
Okay, fill me in on what's going on. I only got 30 minutes left.
right. Let me go. Let me keep on
I'll shut
going.
up again.
So, that's where he mentioned he got 0 strikes, no issues. You're a damn liar, Jeremy. I mentioned the fact that he put strikes on me, which I could prove, and I'm going to prove because I will be bringing that to court. Because he had stuff removed for harassment and bullying me, so that I will show the court that.
Strictly.
But he creates these strikes. He's done it to several people, which they should bring theirs in too, which happens to be 3 defendants. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, 4 defendants. He's done that too. So let's see. And one channel he got taken down, and it looks like he got another channel. So he got 2 channels taken down. So now that's because Richard's now that's 5. I'm sorry, 5 defendants he's messed with the YouTube channels. Amazing. So we don't have teams of people that go ahead and do that. But he does, and we have a small channel, so whatever. Trust me, it's all going to be taken care of at some point down the road. But for now, we got to deal with what's going on. But we don't do that. But I will tell people, if you see something, say something. So if you do see a video and you think it's wrong, report it. Right? That's what Jeremy wants you to do. Do it.
That's what he wants you to do.
And by the way, at this point, while he's talking, he had 8,441 people watching at the moment while this was going on. And why do I make this known and I write these little notes down? Because this is how many people that were watching at the moment to the bullshit that he's spewing to all these people.
But
Okay.
yet he said he's lost all his viewers.
Yeah. So let's see. Then he brings up the fact that John made it known that it was Bruce's idea. Okay, for the bankruptcy. Is that a crime? Is that a crime?
That was
No.
bankruptcy.
Wait a minute, Frank. What?
Yeah.
I'm a racist?
Oh yeah,
Oh
I'll get to
my
that.
God. Oh
Okay, so
my God.
Robbie,
I'm getting there, Robbie. I'm getting there.
Robbie,
Calm down.
Robbie. Someone needs to
Yes.
tell your wife if you're a racist.
I know. Somebody better inform her. Oh my God.
Does
This
she
is
know that
crazy.
she's been married to a racist for like what, 28 years? I think it is 28 or 26. 28?
29.
29
years.
And her lineage is
29
what?
years.
African and Portuguese and German.
Damn.
Wow. And you're a racist? Oh my God.
Yeah. Somalia and Mali and Portugal and Germany and Irish and yeah. Yeah, I'm a racist. Okay. How many black
I'm
women
not
have
even
I
there.
dated in my life? Okay, Jeremy.
Oh my God.
Let's compare.
All right.
I
So he
think
goes on
somebody
about
he named Sugar.
It's
Thank you,
like
Becky.
asking mom, where's mom?
is she here?
Yeah, she's here. Mom's here.
Mom. Mom.
They're delayed a little bit. It might take a second for her to answer.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
my
but
God.
hearing me yell that multiple times.
There
is
she
funny.
is. There she is.
I'm a racist, mom. Oh,
Robbie's racist.
All right. Well, since that's right there, I'm going to jump a little bit to where he brings Robbie up. Because we already talked about Jerry Springer. So, Robbie, you're dodging your service.
I'm
And
dodging. I'm
yeah, you're
living
dodging
my life.
service.
Oh wait, I did
Yeah.
hear about that because you had to deliver that gator to Gatorland
Right?
on Monday.
You
were
weren't at the flea
dodging
market.
service. Even
Guys,
though
let
he
me tell you
announced-
something. Okay.
Well,
Good.
he
Even though-
announced Sunday that
Yeah.
he would be leaving early and driving down to Gatorland with.
So why didn't they go
Rondell.
to Gatorland? Why
Wait a
didn't they go
minute.
to
Wait a minute.
Gatorland?
Listen up. Robbie also abuses Z. What?
Hang on, I got it coming, Robbie. I got it. It's coming. But I want to talk about the service part for a second. So they knew you were at Gatorland because you said so.
Yeah,
Because this girl Diane seems to think you're going to be at the flea market tomorrow because she's already posted it in the TubeTown chat. So
Well, I
if they
will
knew
be
you were
at
going
the
to
flea
be
market tomorrow.
Okay, well, I'm just saying she's already posting it, so she's letting it know, and you're going to be at the flea market tomorrow. So now, Gatorland, they knew you were going to be at. Why didn't that woman or whoever it was, that was such a nice woman, by the way, wasn't she? But why didn't she go to Gatorland and, find you there?
Or
She went to a flea.
be at his gate for bright and early in the morning when he said he would be leaving.
Right.
He stood
why
there.
didn't that
He sat
happen?
right there and said told Raw Dog what time to be
To
at the
be there.
house to leave.
Yeah.
So they
Sorry,
knew
that
what
makes
time
it way
he would
too
be leaving
easy.
his gate.
Yeah, it makes too much sense, and that's hard for them.
See, they're trying to catch him at the flea
Freaking
market.
idiots.
They're trying to catch him at the flea market because that's the only place he knows Robbie goes to that's not at his house. Because he knows that there's a long driveway and a gate to Robbie's house. That basically, there's no doorbell. You know what I mean? So, how is she going to catch him at his gate or at the front door? She can't walk up to his front door. You know what I mean? Knock on the door. So
If she walked up to my front door, she'd be shot.
If she walked to the front door, she'd get in.
Yeah. Plus, yeah, you're right. It's a bigger
Well,
audience. Flea
Actually,
market.
she would go to jail, wouldn't she? Because she would have had to have broken into a locked property.
She would have broken
Well,
into a locked
apparently
property, been shot, and gone to jail.
Apparently, this woman doesn't tell the truth anyway because she literally said that she served me, yet she served my husband, and then described my husband as being gray-haired, which he is not.
No, he's not.
And then that's how she described my husband, and that he
Did she
informed.
say
She
blessed?
told the court what?
Did she say blessed?
I don't know what she did. Okay, all I know
well,
is
she
she
said
said,
he was gray haired. She's a damn liar.
"Oh, it's written in the court document of the service on me that he's gray haired. She got his height wrong. he's gray haired, and that he informed me of the service. And I'm saying to myself, hold on. How would she know if he informed me of the service that she could write it down? She would have had to have been there and witnessed him informing me of the service. Wouldn't that be correct? She's just assuming. Okay. Because I was clear. I was out cold. I was sleeping. I didn't know until I woke up that she dropped off papers to my husband, not me. Okay. But what I saw, what was filed in the court proving that she served it, and I read it, and I'm like, okay, that's a total lie, because she wouldn't know that. I mean, big deal. I'm served. It doesn't matter. But she still lied. You know what I mean? And Gabe clearly is not gray. He's all blonde. Long blonde hair. You know, so it's like you can't even, like, mistake it. It's weird. But anyway. So, now, Robbie being at the flea market, you guys, Robbie doesn't have a booth at the flea market. He doesn't have to be at the flea market.
I go up there to hang out with people and everything, and get food for the animals. And dude, I don't understand.
You're not guaranteed to be there.
No, I'm not.
You don't have to be there. You're not guaranteed. Yeah. Or anything else.
Not last week, but the week before. Chris and I were on the way to the market, and we got the gator call.
Yeah,
we had to turn around and leave. Mm-hmm. We were literally pulling in to the market.
Yep. You even said that on your video.
Yeah.
Now he's saying it's been 120 days, 90 days, you know, that you haven't been served. He's claimed that you've been dodging service for 90 days. That's a freaking lie. That's an
How am I dodging service? By living my life? By doing what I'm obligated to do?
Yeah, but hold up. He wasn't even trying to serve you. Okay? Because he wasn't trying to serve me either. And that's proof because of when he filed an amended complaint and when I actually got it and served. I mean, I was served. Okay? So he's lying. He didn't serve you. He didn't serve Dave. He didn't serve Ray. And he still hasn't served Richard, okay? And he's saying that the 90-day thing is, you know, no big deal. Well, technically it is, because the judge literally just asked you to show cause why it shouldn't be dismissed against them. So you sitting here saying it's a no big deal is a freaking lie, okay? Let's see, what else? Then he starts going into you, okay? He says that you act like a teenage girl. Kyle, what was that? Yeah, that you act like a teenage girl, and in reference to, I don't even remember what that was in reference to. What was that in reference to? Kyle?
I don't remember. I just think he was just going off and just well, it was about like responses and stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, and how like you hide things of what can't be seen on camera and can be seen on camera. Do you mean like Jeremy's F-bombs and Jeremy fighting with George is not on camera? Because wasn't there some kind of fight going on, the F-bombs being dropped at your place with those two?
How do I show what can't be on camera? It's when...
Obviously, you're two-faced is what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
He does not show death on camera. Because, you know, we live in the real world and animals might die. Robbie doesn't show that on camera. Why? Because children watch his video also.
I am not going to show you guys. I am not going to show you guys us killing a gator when one has to be killed. I am not going to show stuff like that. So I don't understand.
Most people don't want to see that in the first place.
Yeah.
Okay, this is where he calls you racist. He said that when you were a young boy and you saw the first black person, you called them a monkey and asked your mother if you can have one. That's what he said.
Oh my God, he spins this. You guys, any of you who have been on my channel for a while know this story. When I was a little kid, I was probably 3 years old. And the first time in the United States, going to a shoe store called Buster Brown's. Buster Brown's used to be all over the East Coast. Buster Brown's used to have capuchin monkeys in there. So I used to love to go to Buster Brown's and play with the monkey in the back of the room, at the back of the store. And my mom could get me to go to get shoes by saying, hey, we're going to where the monkey is. But mind you, I didn't speak a word of English at this time. And my mom took me into Buster Brown's, and I was playing with a little monkey, and a little black kid came in there. And I've never in my life seen a black person. I was raised between, since I can remember, Hungary, and in Hungary you didn't have black people. There was none at that time. In 1967, 68, there was none. And then I met this little black kid at Buster Brown's. I was playing with him, and we were both playing with the monkey. And I grabbed the little black boy by the hand. He was my age. And I took him over to my mom, and I said, can we take him home? How is that being racist? That's being anti-racist, if you ask me, because
You wanted to play with the little boy and bring him home.
Yeah. I was having
You made a
fun
new
with him
friend.
there. I wanted him to take it. Yeah.
That's how he spins shit. And that's what he did.
And you're going to spin that to me being racist? And my wife, oh my God.
Okay,
Dude,
and the thing is, people that actually believe he's spewing this trash, after I've already proven that he's a damn liar, because he said that I was on the outs with Lisa and would never step foot back on her channel again because I
And
didn't
that
believe in anything she was doing, and that I was giving him all the tea on Lisa.
Yeah.
And I showed up back on here and I called him out. He's a damn liar.
Tori, didn't she take money from you too, or something like that?
I took money from Tori. Whoops.
Wait, who took money from me?
That was a long time
I guess
ago.
me. I took money from you.
Yeah, or didn't pay her or something.
He said I wanted a monkey. Of course I wanted a monkey. But what's that got to do
Robbie
with
not wanting a monkey. How many lemurs you got over there? I mean, not that they're
Oh,
monkeys.
God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the proscenium.
But you also
They're the
said
oldest-
you would love to have
Oldest classification. I don't understand this at all.
He's an idiot.
He's an asshole. That's my opinion. Now he
is a
also
liar.
said,
that's a fact.
yeah. He also said that your sanctuary it's not about the animals. It's all about making money, that you're a breeding ground. And you
That's
sell
why he
skins.
Okay,
And
wait a minute. I'm a breeding ground. You guys see everything I breed. We trade for different animals to pair up animals that we have.
You're a breeding ground. That's why you're shaking gator eggs so they don't hatch.
Right. I'm a breeding ground because I shake Bud Light. What's up, brother? I shake up all the gator eggs because Gucci and Caparici is no longer in the state of Florida, their farm. And what I used to make money off of selling the baby gators to the meat market and hide market is no longer there. So I don't understand. I've always been upfront what I do with the babies. I rescue the gators. I keep those gators. They breed. And I used to breed them, and I used to hatch the eggs and sell them to Caparici and Gucci.
Oh, you said you
And,
sold skins and everything?
He's
no,
never
I've
sold
never, ever, never once sold a gator hide or gator meat. Now I have given away gator meat and thrown away the hides.
If Robbie was selling gator hides, my house would be full of gator hides.
Yeah.
Right. That's
I
true.
don't have a full gator hide. I might have a little piece of gator. I've
gotten snake skin.
I've got snake skin.
Yeah, you
I've
got
gotten
snake
snake skin.
sheds.
I've got full.
Snake
No, I got.
sheds.
Yeah, you
I'm
got.
Snake
sorry.
shed.
Sheds, not skin. I'm sorry. That's my bad.
I do have snake skins, and I have the receipts from where I bought them from Springfield Leather.
Yeah, I have
Oh.
only sheds. I have sheds from Robbie's snakes because I asked them for it because I've been making resin stuff out of them. That's it. Sheds. That's it. Not skins. Sorry, that was my bad.
Yeah, there is a
But
difference.
now, the other thing he said was that you call people at 2 a.m. because no one will talk to you that long, and you used to call him at 2 o'clock in the morning. I
Oh.
find that kind of hilarious considering
Excuse
that when a
me?
lot of that talk.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's what he said. Considering a lot of the talking had to be on him because he was crying because George left him for another man.
Who called who? And
I
yes,
bet
I've
you can
called
pull
you.
the phone records and
I've-
show that.
Well,
Yeah.
I can also, prove that I'd call him at 2 a.m. because I'm saying, okay, we got a gator call tomorrow. Be here in the morning.
Right.
So yes, when I get a gator call and I call you to be here early, and I've done it to Mimi and Chris, I say, be here early because we got to go after this gator in the morning.
That will
And
be
Chris,
his
are you in
proof.
here? Raw dog,
Raw
are you
dog
in here?
Where's
Probably
my
not.
Borat friend?
But I know you have. I know you have. Because you've
But-
made
And-
comments about it. And they've made comments about it.
He's
Hey,
saying
look,
that
I'm a
because-
late night person. Okay, Robbie did late night feeding. I talk to Robbie late at night all the time.
If Robbie needed
Robbie, you
someone
can
to
call
talk
me
to
at
at 2 or
2
3
a.m.
o'clock in the morning, Lisa would be there talking to him at 2 or 3 o'clock in the damn morning.
Yep. Yep.
That's a
And
fact.
And
trust-
even during that time, so
If I'm not playing, I'll talk.
Yeah,
But still,
Kyle
it
will
wasn't-
talk to me anytime, and it's Brian Barczyk used to talk to me at all hours. He used to call me.
If it's important, you can call me, but don't be calling me at no damn 2 o'clock in the morning when I got to
Yeah.
work the next morning.
So 2:15's okay, Tori?
Kyle, you call me at 2:15 and
let's
you're
see
not
what
going to
else.
like what you hear.
Oh,
I bet.
then he also
Where's
said
Kim?
that.
Where's Kim or Raw Dog? I don't see him.
Kyle, what happens is if you call me at 2 o'clock in the morning, I answer the phone with who's bleeding.
Right?
I'm going to say
Yeah,
I
no.
need the surgeon.
The only time Robbie will ever pick up the phone and call me that late, like 2 o'clock, is if when we just got offline, and for whatever reason, because we go on sometimes past 2 o'clock in the morning. But like on Friday nights after the auction, if the auction ends at 1, especially like now, he can call me at 2 o'clock because he's going back to wherever, and you know what I mean? Like that's it. But normally we'd be on the phone at like midnight-ish. If I wasn't live, it would be like midnight till like 12:30, 1 o'clock. And it's usually when he was feeding and, they're doing their thing, walking around feeding the animals, just talking. It's
Final
not a big
feeding.
deal. Yeah. It's not a big deal.
Dude sells.
Um,
Hey, listen, sweetheart. I'll call you anytime, babe.
Who you calling now?
yeah. Shit. I've talked to Kim till 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh my God. Like, if I'm
We've
up, I'm up.
We've talked
Tori
late
and
night.
I. Yeah.
I got to watch it. It's like, because I can talk, honey.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Hannah.
Robbie don't need to call Jeremy to have someone to talk to in the middle of the night. The reality is during that time, I wasn't sleeping much I was up all night anyway. So Robbie could have called me at any time and we would have been talking all night long.
Yeah. So, I don't, where you get this from? Because I know hundreds of times that, well, not hundreds. Let's not. I'm not going to exaggerate. I know a few times that you called me when this stuff was going on with Martha, and you were freaking out and crying, and I called you to check on you to make sure you were okay, because that's what friends do.
Yeah.
He wouldn't know
And
that.
I called him during the hurricane to make sure he was okay. It was his first
that first
hurricane
one?
he was going
Yeah.
through. Yeah.
Robbie. He went
Uh-oh.
out. Hold on. Yeah, he went out.
Hello?
Robbie. There you are.
Hello?
We got you. God,
Okay.
we got you.
And that's what friends do. But if you want to spin this to, oh, I needed someone to talk to, what are you talking about, dude?
Well, then he started going in on how you talk to your son. and how you yell and abuse your son, and that he has even, and he says other people have as well. First, he went into how you have stuff at your property that belongs to other people. I don't know what the hell he meant by that. But then he went into Z and how you talk to Z and your children, and how he is actually pulled Z over and talked to him about it, that he doesn't deserve to be treated like that.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me address this first. First of all, how Michelle and I raise our children is none of your goddamn business. Hey.
He doesn't even have his children. He doesn't raise his children.
B, you have no rights to your children. So obviously your parenting worked very well. All three of my children live at home and are going. Two of them are in college. One of them does not want to go to college, although he had the grades to go. He still could go at any time, and he doesn't want to because he wants to learn how to do this. He wants to take over this when I can no longer do it. He enjoys,
and he's a licensed alligator trapper.
And as I've said this before, as far as Robbie raising his voice at Z, has he? Heck yes. When Z might be putting himself in danger because he forgot something, Robbie's going to yell at him. But you know what I have seen? I have seen Z yell at his dad for the same damn reason, because Robbie missed something and wasn't paying attention, and him yell at his dad for the same reason. And it's like, whoa, thanks, dude. You know, you saved me from getting my leg bit off. You know,
but he said that he's gone over. He said that he's pulled Z over and had conversations with Z about this.
Okay, hold on. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me get Z.
You really said this?
Yeah.
God, man,
Let me get Z. Hold on.
He's gotta make his fucking presence.
You know what Z and I have talked about?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
This guy's he's a mental. He should be going
Go ahead,
these
talk
seminars.
about yourself.
If it is mental, it is.
He did. He used to be a preacher. He used to travel.
No. I'm not talking about that.
What?
He needs to go and have his head examined.
Yeah.
But Lisa, you know what Z and I have discussed?
What?
I probably got free stuff.
I've had conversations with Z.
The fact that Jeremy Hales was saying that his father was abusive.
To the side and said, "Hey, man,
everybody's talking at the same time.
What are you gonna have for dinner tonight?"
Hold on.
Z and I have had the conversation about Jeremy saying that Robbie was abusive.
Yes.
And he laughed at it.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, I remember how Z felt when that whole hoarder house thing went down. I remember.
He's going to be mad.
Well,
he's already mad.
Way.
I pulled him away from his game.
In my personal opinion, I do not think that Z would piss on Jeremy Hales if Jeremy was on fire.
Okay, here. Go ahead, Lisa. Ask me anything you want.
Say that again, Lisa.
Z.
Yes.
Has Jeremy Hales or George or both of them together ever came over to you, pulled you aside, and had a conversation with you in regards to your dad abusing you verbally or yelling at you or anything?
No. Let me guess. Z's the mole.
Huh?
Again, no. At this point, it's ridiculous. I have to be pulled away from work in order to say that I've never had a conversation like that.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Dude,
but this is what he said, and he told almost 9,000 people that tonight.
Again,
so I just wanted from you. I mean, we knew it was not true. But.
Again, it's ridiculous. I had to be pulled away from work in my one night right now.
Well,
sorry, Z.
Video game.
No,
and I pulled him away to talk to you guys.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just saying it's ridiculous. I have to even say this right now.
Yeah, I can see why Robbie's pretty pissed off.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can see why Robbie's pissed
off.
Go have some fun, Z.
Okay.
Enjoy yourself, Z. Have fun.
That dude can't even take care of his own kid. He's gonna give preaching lessons to somebody.
You lying?
Yeah.
What up?
Yeah, Robbie's going.
Robbie,
you're going out.
Don't bring my family's name out of your mouth because I have a family. You have nothing.
You have nothing. You blew your chance with your
Rob's going
family.
off right now.
You treated your family like shit. That's why you don't have family. I have 3 amazing children. And yes, Z, am I strict? 110%. And that's why the children, none of them
What a
do
piece
drugs.
of trash,
None
man.
of them drink.
What a piece of trash. He really is a piece of work. He truly is a piece of work.
And let me remind you of one
Still
thing, Jeremy Hales.
Truly.
All
A
3 of my
masterpiece. A
children
fucking
graduated high school with the
Letting them talk.
highest honors. All 3 graduated high school with the highest honors. So, oh, gee, my parenting skills suck. Wake up and smell the flipping roses, you idiot.
Smell the shit you're shoveling. What do you always say?
Yeah.
Why don't you smell what you're shoveling?
Smell the shit you're shoveling. And what's funny is he actually said tonight that we're saying things that, like, you know, I always say everything he accuses us of, he's the one who's really doing it. He just flipped it tonight, and he said that all the stuff that, you know, he flipped it, making it like we're the ones that are actually doing it. I'm like,
He's
oh my
playing
God,
the
he's so
victim.
listening to us. He's totally playing the victim,
He's
flipping
playing
it
the
over.
victim. Poor
Meanwhile,
Jeremy.
you know, we're the one that he's attacking all the time.
Oh,
You know,
here's
like-
a tissue.
It's like, this is absolutely insane.
I've
You know?
never accused him of calling me. I've never lied
This
about
is-
him
this is-
saying he calls me.
Oh
Yeah, he's
my
doing
God.
it just to piss you
that's-
off, Robin.
Dude, you can talk all you want about
And
me
what's fucked up
because,
is he's using his family to do it.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's what he
Yeah.
does. He uses people's families to hurt them. You know?
Just to
But
get a
why?
reaction.
Because his family hurts him.
And it's
Because
not.
his
He
family
It's,
doesn't
hates
because
him.
he doesn't have he doesn't
he just
have
wants us to put
family.
it's to get a reaction out of
You know?
somebody.
He's got to build his family of employees that are, you know, he's paying to act like they're family of him. You know, and he's got to threaten a girl to stay involved in his life. Otherwise, you know, what? He has nothing. You know what I mean? That's what he does. You know, he's using family. Tonight he threw Gabe under the bus again, lying about Gabe. You know, and he's trying to say all this crap about me. Like he's saying, like he keeps saying that Gabe has some kind of alias or something. That's a freaking lie. That's an absolute lie. Okay, we told you guys the story, and that's exactly
Gabe-
what it is.
Gabe is his alias
Yeah.
because his name
You
is
know,
Gabriel.
the craziest
That's
thing
true.
about this is Lisa Lee, Tori, Marcia have been around me more than Germ has, and they know my relationship with my son.
Yeah.
Why I told my son, look, if you don't want to do this, go get a job, go do what you want to do. I've told him 1,000% of the time, and
Yeah.
I've told him so many times it's not funny. And where is Z? Where is he?
I think he's in the house right now playing games and waiting for tomorrow to go to the market and make money and buy food for the animals.
That's exactly it.
This is how he has content. I mean, you know, he literally is creating content out of bashing people for a half an hour, you know, and then when he goes into something else, he still brings it back. Like George started going over a timeline again, and what's the timeline about? The timeline isn't about their life. The timeline is about Michelle and how much they've stalked her, going over every little thing she's ever typed or written on Facebook, stalking her.
Or
You know,
stuff that was written by an
2021.
But there's
Yeah.
also stuff that was written by someone that was using her name that can't be proven if it was her or not. Because there
Right.
were multiple Michelle Preston accounts.
Oh my God, Tori, do you know how many? When people tell me that they're blocked,
Wait a
right?
minute. Wait a minute.
I
He's saying
have to
he's
unblock
going
them,
on.
right?
Now he's saying he's also going on about me doing rugs.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Dude, anytime you want to go get piss test, come on, let's go. Come to
You know, I've
me.
challenged them to psych evals. I've challenged them to lie detector tests, and I've challenged them to drug testing. And they haven't shown up yet.
Yeah.
Anytime you want to do that, Jeremy, anytime.
I've challenged him and all his crew for psych evals, lie detector, and drug testing.
Yeah.
Bring it. You damn fucking liars. Bring it.
It's amazing when
with
he's like the
people
stuff he's saying. You know, but then he
I
says,
don't
so he's going
even
on
have a
about this
problem with people
bankruptcy
who
thing.
smoke pot. I don't. I could care less. If you do that, that's your choice. It's legal.
Yep.
I don't care.
In a lot of places, it's legal. Yes. It grows out of the earth. I don't care. Use it.
And I don't care
Right.
what you use. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. But to my kids, I was absolutely not. Do not do as your friends do, as your friends try to get you do. You know, do as I tell you, because that's the way I am. But you can't.
What up,
You can't even afford to smoke pot or do any of that. And I don't get it.
Well,
I
he's
don't-
talking about the bankruptcy, and he's going on and on about that, and he's saying that he's a creditor of Michelle's and blah blah blah, and he'll
No,
be
he's
in that
not.
bankruptcy court.
He's
Well,
not a creditor.
No, he's been awarded attorney fees for something in Ohio. Okay, he's claiming it's $2,000 or something. Ohio will get overturned. What?
He said 3,000. What I saw one time last week.
He said 3. The other. Okay, so it was 2. So it's 2 or 3,000 because he said 2 different
You know,
things.
he changes it constantly.
Yeah.
True.
Um,
That's probably true. Yeah.
So, but here's the thing: if he's found to have been lying this whole time, that's going to go away. Okay. So in the meantime, he's like, oh, this opens it up where I can see all the financials, and I'm going to see the finances of this person, and I'm going to see the finances of that person, and I'm laughing my ass off because I'm going to see Fleece's. He mistakenly called me Lisa, by the way. But I'm going to see Fleece's financials or whatever. I'm like, what the frig do you think
How
that
is that
Michelle's
even tied
bankruptcy opens you up to seeing my financials? Are you a complete moron?
Yes, he
He
is.
is. He is.
Like,
That was
he thinks that
Lisa,
because
that was
Michelle
my
filed
question.
bankruptcy, that gives him access to my financials. No, it doesn't.
Tori,
it doesn't.
Lisa, Kyle. Tori,
Yeah.
Lisa, and Kyle. You know what this
Yeah.
craziest thing about this is? Is you guys
What?
say he's an idiot by saying this. You know who's even stupider? Are the
All
people
the
who
people that believe it.
I believe him.
his BS.
The hodunks, his minions, the hodunks. Yeah, and he's like stuck on this 56,000. This number 56, which happens to be the number that he raised for the aunt's legal fees.
For the end. Yeah.
With 2 lawyers. Yeah.
Huh.
With 2 lawyers that did that. Oh, and by the way, there's a video that came out about DUI guy that I saw today about him destroying himself. It's kind of interesting. We'll get onto that another time. But yeah, DUI guy gets himself into some trouble. And DUI guy is
He's
the one
been
that
quiet.
one of the lawyers. Yeah, he's one of the lawyers that was involved in raising the money for the ants. Good thing Michelle put down 5% from the Ohio lawyer in the bankruptcy. Yeah, see, you have to understand too. Jeremy thinks he's not listed as a creditor or whatever, or I don't know how they put it, creditor or whatever, but he's listed, and so are other people. Okay, so there's no like worries going on here. Okay, he thinks he's going to get access to something that he never would have had access to before, which there's nothing. He thinks that all this stuff has been put in Harley's name. What does he think has been put in Harley's name? He's out of his freaking mind, and he thinks that looking at Michelle's finances gives him access to mine. No, you don't know the total. You don't know the number. Money was given for specific projects, you freaking moron. They've been shown on the channel. The projects already exist. There's only one more left. That's it. So whatever total you think you got, which is completely wrong, It's more than half gone. Whatever you know what I mean? It's stuff has already happened. Okay? There's no money, and I've never given Michelle a dime.
And supplies have been bought with part of it too,
Yes.
that are waiting to be used.
Yes. Okay, but I've never given her a dime. If people wanted to give her money, they could have donated it to her GoFundMe. They donated it to the projects that I was doing. And that's it. That's it. So there's no banking info that you're going to find or any kind of financials with Michelle or John or Harley that is going to get you into my financials. Okay, because that's not there.
Tabs, good night.
You know-
God bless, honey.
He's not an accountant. He has no idea what the hell he's talking about. He's just spewing a bunch of shit. The guy's got no content. Why else would he be going over a timeline that he's claiming that this is about his life, documenting his life? But their timeline for the past 2.5 years has been about Michelle and John and Harley Grace.
Well,
And he's proving it every night. Every
Well,
Sunday night that he goes live, that's what he's doing.
well, I
Go ahead,
hate to
Kyle.
do this to you guys,
Oh,
but
sorry.
I'm going to have to head out.
Tori, I love you,
All righty,
honey.
Tori.
Good night.
I got to get up early. I got to my PT is in the middle of my day, so I have to make up the hour that I'm going to miss going to PT.
Well,
So I have to get up
Alrighty,
an hour earlier for work. Yay!
Yeah.
no running a mile yet.
I'm
No,
glad you came on, Tori.
but you know what? When I walk through the store, I walk through the store without a gimp now,
There
That's
you
awesome.
go.
and
Progress
I
is
don't
always
feel the
good.
need to use the scooters. I haven't used a scooter since
Well, hell,
a month.
can I come
Wow.
shopping with you so I can use a scooter?
You can use a scooter if you want. And people that need scooters can use scooters. But we went shopping in multiple stores today, and yeah, I didn't need. I was
Cindy.
fine.
That's
So-
awesome.
I'm going to continue with the PT and continue getting better. Hopefully, my body will let me not sleep 8 to 10 hours a day. That's weird. It is really weird sleeping like this. But yeah,
It's amazing
I mean,
what the body does.
they told me the first 3 months would be the worst on me. And then the next 9 months will be still healing.
Oh yeah.
But they said for me to be able to call my knee 100%, it's going to take a year.
So, Tori,
So-
just so everybody knows, and if they're asking, and for all the Facebook haters right now, do you plan on coming back on the show normally, regularly?
Yeah, as soon as my body heals where it doesn't need me to be
Sleep.
sleeping. Because, okay, people have to understand, I get up early in the morning because I have a regular day job that I work 40 hours a week. YouTube is
It's stayed up
sidelined.
for how long? Yeah.
I've been doing my job for over 30 years, people. And
Yep.
I'm not ready to give it up yet. I'm not ready to retire.
Good
So
night,
I'm
Phil.
still
God
doing the
bless.
40
Praise.
hours a week job. And then I do my stream after my regular work. And I stream 3 to 4 hours a day, most days. And I was coming on here all the time and then sleeping 4 to 6 hours because that's all my body needed. Well, now my body needs a lot more sleep. So I'm doing that while it's healing. It is what it is. I mean, I'm not even healed to the point that I've been allowed to sit in a bathtub. I can't sit in my jetted tub yet and soak. I'm still on showers only.
That'll be a plus.
Yikes.
Yeah, hopefully Tuesday when I go back to the doctor for my next follow-up visit, they'll tell me I can sit in that jetted tub and relax.
That'd be
Nice.
fun.
Yeah.
Tori, one thing is listen to the doctors. I was dumb and young many times with numerous different surgeries and stuff and didn't listen. And as I kind of got a little older, I started listening, and it's kind of funny how you heal a lot better.
Yeah, the only
When you
thing I
listen to
didn't
docs.
The only thing I didn't follow with them was having to do with the medicine, because about 4 days post-op, I started getting violently ill and couldn't keep anything on my stomach because somewhere in the concoction of meds they gave me, I was having a reaction to one or more meds and I was vomiting up everything. And so it was either 4 or 5 days post-op. I messaged the
weight
doctor
loss.
and I told him, I'm done. I'm not taking any more meds and I'm going on a liquid diet. I went on a liquid diet for 5 days to get this, to get all the meds flushed out of my system because I couldn't eat any solids yet. Every time I looked at a solid, I wanted to vomit. So for 5 days, I was on a liquid diet. And after that, I was like, you know what? I want toast. And I ate dry toast and it stayed down all day. And I was like, yes.
Yeah,
And
gee,
then I
who
went back
yelled
to
at you
eating,
about that?
and I started eating normal again. You
I
know?
love dry toast. Yeah.
And then I was able to you know, and I was open about it on my channel. Yes, strictly, I will actually put some bleach in my tub and scalding hot water and run it with bleach in it, and then I'll run another load water through with, and yeah, I do that. I do that regularly anyway, so I'll be definitely doing that before I use my tub for me. Yeah. Because I've tried to get other people to use my tub in the house and nobody likes climbing in and out of it. But I guess climbing out of it's going to be a whole lot easier for me now. Huh.
Yeah.
What a concept.
Right.
All right, everybody. I really do have to go to sleep. And I appreciate
Sorry,
you
I
all.
love you, honey. Good night.
And good night. And for those that come to my channel, I'll be on tomorrow about 5:30. See you then.
Whoop,
Come get some
go
Zen.
subscribe to Tori Jones' brother.
Put that hat
Yeah,
together.
Tori.
You see the hat that's in my icon right now? I'm making a hat similar to that.
That I want.
Well, that's nice, but I've been lusting after this. I've been looking for this pattern since I started working leather.
When I saw her doing it, I'm like, oh, is that mine? It's like, no. I'm like, dang it.
I have to do some serious alterations on this pattern before I make it for anyone, because the original pattern is to be glued together, not stitched together.
Oh.
And so putting the stitching holes in took me quite some time. People can go back and watch my videos on that. But I will see you guys tomorrow.
Good night, Tori.
Good night.
Bye for now, folks.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye, bye, bye. All right.
I love Tori.
So back to, I know. Tori rocks.
She
back
sounds
to this.
good too.
Yeah, she does. She does.
Listen, all he's doing is trying to wind me up, and it's not working, Germ. All you're doing is lying.
Yep.
It's John Caps. What's up, brother?
He went after Guapo too. He said that Guapo was stealing stuff.
What's up, kid?
And I'm sitting here thinking, really? You're accusing somebody of stealing? Did you ever go back and pay Tony for the pallets?
Yeah. How about Tony paying him for those pallets?
Yeah, guys, remember those videos he did about the pallets? He actually never paid the guy for the pallets. And
Lisa actually spoke to Tony.
I spoke with Tony. So he never paid him for the pallets. So that's stealing. Just saying. But he likes to accuse people, the projection, deflection, the whole thing. He's got that whole thing going. And then he brings up the channels. He starts talking about, people that he's been involved with, that he's no longer involved with. Here's the thing. I was never involved with your channel. No. But
Yes,
I'm just
Frank.
saying, this is what he was saying tonight. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not trying to go jump to the stealing that he did without saying, no, Guapo's not a thief. But this is what Jeremy did. Now, for the record, I have not done anything. My channel has not been involved with Jeremy's channel at all, ever.
Hi, Todd.
Okay. I don't do what Jeremy does. I didn't do storage units, even though way back in the beginning we talked about maybe we would do it. Jeremy turned me off of doing storage units. So we never did storage units. I only bought a storage unit a month ago. and I ended up with 2. And all I showed was Gabe opening a small short of Gabe opening up one of the doors. I haven't even posted any of the videos up there. I'm not in competition with Jeremy. But if Jeremy thinks, or Megan the dumb twit thinks that, Jeremy's got me because of storage units. So let me guess, is he going to go after, hey, Robbie, you have videos that you do with storage units, right? Doesn't Quapo, Storage Auction, Pirate, KT Treasures, all these people do storage units. Rob, Conky, well, they did, whatever. All these people, is he going after him? Or he's just picking and choosing who he's going to go after. Meanwhile, I'm the one that doesn't have a storage unit video up. He says I was selling stuff from it. I was telling people what I had. I haven't sold anything from the storage unit. Actually, the only thing I sold was a game to Chris because Chris came here and saw it sitting here. That's the only thing I sold out of the storage unit. And because Chris was standing in my garage and saw it. That's it. So, he's full of shit. And so is every one of his freaking minions. He's saying, his friends love him and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, your friends are your friends because you're paying them. That's it. That is it.
Dude, show me one friend that you've had for over 6 years.
Who's he going to say, Robert Conky?
No, that hasn't. That's a lie.
How is that a lie? Because Conky's two-faced?
No, he hasn't been there for over 6 years.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know how long he's been friends with them. But Conky's a follower. Conky will talk to and follow anybody who's in front of him at the moment. We've proven that. He's like, who the hell are you people? He said something, and I'm like, you know what? We have the right to tell the truth when you're sitting here going off on us and lying about us. We have the right to tell the truth. And remember, Jeremy, I always go on after you. So I'm reacting and doing commentary on your channel, which is what I'm doing right now about your video tonight and all the bullshit that you've spewed and what you've done to people for at least 2.5 years. I'm not even going beyond that. I'm going 2.5 years. What'd you do to Storage Auction Pirate? How long ago was that? Grimes fines. That's way, God, everybody who gets himself involved with this guy is somehow affected in a negative manner. You don't love anybody. You don't know what love is. The only thing you love is money. That's it.
I can show you friends that I've had for over 40 years.
Hallelujah.
But go ahead, Robbie.
I can show you friends I've had for over 40 years.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt again?
And
I know. Me too.
It's ridiculous. I can show you friends that I've had for over 40 years that are celebrities. They have no reason to say they're friends with me. And they'll tell you, yeah, Robbie, I love them.
Yeah.
So I don't get it.
What else? I think that's pretty much it. Oh, Jeremy made in this timeline bullshit. He's talking about how Michelle supposedly has a bad back, but she's literally lifting up tools and stuff and throwing them around. I'm like, yeah, a plastic shelving unit. I can pick one of them up with one of my hands. What an idiot! Everybody saw it was a plastic shelf. But
she's talking about stuff because of the disability, but the disability isn't, she can't move. So
yeah.
He's assuming that disability is one thing.
Exactly.
And look, I have a bad back. I have discs in my back that are all kinds of messed up. My L5, S1, forget it. I have issues with that. I'm not on disability, but I could get disability for it. I'm not on it. Okay, I don't need to be on it. But there's people that are on it for other reasons.
Amen, exactly. Mother of birds, I love you. That's so true.
Hey, Robbie.
But they could be on it for another reason. They could be on it because they're high anxiety or whatever. You know what I mean? Or it doesn't matter what reason, and still have a back problem. But
Yeah.
the back problem may not be the reason she's on it. He just acts like he's, you know, in the knowledge of everybody's life and knows what's going on with everybody and everybody's affairs and everybody's husbands. And, you know, he's sitting there saying, like, what
You
does
know
he
what-
say?
you know
Oh,
what-
I'm married, not married. Gabe, when did we get married?
Huh?
Yeah, no question. Have we ever been divorced?
No.
Have we ever separated?
No.
Okay, I'd like, so what? What is he even talking about that? Where does that come
Gabe,
from?
who shines your tools?
Who shines your tools?
Huh?
Who shines your tools?
You do.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the fireworks happen.
And then the fireworks happen.
Stairs.
That's the pop rocks. That's the pop
That's the
rocks,
pop rocks.
And the edible panties.
And
Well,
the edible
the Pop
panties. Oh
Rocks-
my god.
The pop rocks were the original thing. Not just to eat, but yeah. Anyway.
Man, he's like, he must think he
Then-
walks on water, this guy, man.
He
Well,
did
yeah,
mention Leslie tonight, Becky. The
Oh, did
lawyer
he?
thing. Yeah, he was referring to her with the lawyer thing and
Yeah, I
not
couldn't
getting
be around.
disbarred or whatever. And then he brought up lips.
There's no
He
way.
did mention her slightly. It was before he ever even got to Robbie. It was pretty much right after the going to jail thing in the very beginning.
I could.
I kind of blinked out for a
You know
bit.
what? You know who Jeremy's like?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a prime example of what Jeremy's like. Okay.
What?
I'm going to give you mine from what I understand.
Uh-huh.
You're at the bar, okay?
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
anyway,
yeah.
you're drinking with your buddies, and all of a sudden you get some stranger to come in and join the conversation. He's cool at first, but by the end of the night, you feel like knocking his teeth out, or he ends up with his teeth knocked out.
Yeah, I'm like, Gabe, you don't feel like it. He ends up that way.
Gabe loves
He likes-
Lisa, and Jerem can't comprehend that kind of love. That's right. He doesn't know love.
Listen, when Germ first met me, he couldn't believe that my wife and I had been married as long as we have. We've been married
See,
29
me and
years.
Lisa
now.
know what the other one's going to do before they even do it.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
that's
he's got
awesome.
no clue, Robbie. He's got no
Yes,
clue.
no-
I'm sure Robbie and Michelle have the same relationship.
Yeah.
They know what each other's going to do.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think him and George have that.
No.
No.
She
no.
probably knows what he's up to.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because she was warning her sister,
he's-
he's on his way back to Florida. So if I don't answer you, you know, you just know.
Yeah.
And that, which is kind of crazy. So, like, Jerem, you're such a great guy,
Thank you.
you know, and you guys put all this love out there, and you're so giving of everybody. Then, have you ever helped
Julie,
George's family?
congratulations.
I mean, George likes to mention my husband now, right? Let's go after her ex. Where's her son's father? Where's her? Wasn't he a
That'd
cop
be
or something
awesome.
like that? Where's her ex? Let's do. Am I going to do that? No. Do I go after his family? No. Have I contacted his family? No, because I don't do that.
47.
I have respect for
Wow.
his family more than he does. Okay.
Yeah, mom's
But-
been married 52 years.
52 years.
I made
married.
it. I made it 11.
52. Right on.
Yeah.
Kyle, I made it 11. You made it to the 11-year itch.
I have a married
Yep.
couple that are clients. They've been together for 70 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're over 100 years old. They've been together for nearly 70 years.
Wow. That's crazy. But this guy, you know, they don't know love like that. You know, they don't, and you know, I'm sorry for people who don't, but he doesn't even portray that. But like, so you're nurturing. Do you nurture her family? Have you helped her family out? You know, no, you went online and you told the world that her sister was a fraud and got arrested for things that she ended up getting mad at you for. And somehow you had to remove it, delete it so nobody saw it, but too late, they
I
already
wonder
did.
what he got
But what
for that.
she's got brothers, she has a sister, she's got parents. Did you help them out? Did you buy them all these great things or fix something of theirs? Or no, because you don't like her family. They don't like you. You know, and but yet you're praising on all these people that don't know you. And that's the reason why. Because they don't know you.
And we're not talking
The people
about,
who know you want nothing to do with you.
and And
These people online don't know you.
I don't think you're talking about if you've been through a divorce and stuff. We're not talking about them.
No.
You know, shit happens.
Yeah. I'm not going to go, try and go digging on someone's family and calling up the sister or calling up her parents or her, brothers. I know George. And you know what? Out of respect for George, I don't even talk to him about this. None of it. Something came up, and because it was in a chat and on my channel, and it came up in my chat, I did message him to make him aware of it. But other than that, George and I we never talk. What?
Martha was sued by the state of Ohio?
Yeah.
For what?
Oh.
Well, chat
Wow.
sometimes isn't always true, so I don't know. Well, but it's Sue's. Sorry,
But
I'm sorry.
we haven't gone after their friends, their relatives, their anything. Everybody has done background checks on Jeremy at this point. Because so many people have sent them to me. Okay. And the thing is that it has, who his relatives are, their neighbors, all kinds of crap and that stuff. I mean, it's crazy the information that they do in the background check. No one has contacted any of his family members. The only person we've spoken to was his son, and his son came forward. That's it. People that we've talked to have come forward. I'm not going to repeat the same bullshit that he said that he hasn't contacted people because we know he has. Okay? But I'm not calling. I could have made several phone calls by now, and I didn't.
Strictly, one of my best friends is on his third marriage, and he's only 6 months in, and he said he's the happiest. So shit can happen to, who knows if it's the third time. But, yeah.
But let me ask you guys a question. If you had a bad relationship or a bad marriage, okay, but you have children out of that relationship, would you ever sit there and say that's the biggest mistake you ever made in your life?
Never once.
Yeah.
The best mistake
Well, that's what he did the other day.
Yeah. I would say
that's what he said the other day. He said it was the worst mistake he's ever made in his life was getting engaged and getting married. And then he apologized to Christian because he was saying it to Christian while they were filming. I'm like, you piece of shit. I'm like, how do you say that? Your children came out of that marriage. And I know people have really, really bad relationships, like seriously abusive relationship. But your children, why would you let your children hear you say that? You know what I mean?
Oh,
why?
My ex disappeared, and I took care of my son for years by myself.
You know how to separate.
Yeah.
Your problem with Jeremy.
Yeah.
Without having to bring his family involved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or her.
Jeremy just goes after everybody's family. He goes after your family, your friends, and he's also threatened that any new lawyer, anybody that knew that jumps in on this, they're going to get the same freaking treatment. He said it.
Oh, Steffi, my kids are the best part of Michelle and I put together.
Mm-hmm.
They're assholes because of me, and they're great because of my wife.
Pamela says, my bad marriage resulted in the best blessing of my life, my son. I know that there's different situations.
Oh, yeah.
There's different situations. I know that, but you don't sit there, go live on public where you got 730,000 subscribers,
and you're just
just start saying how it was the worst thing you ever did in your life, so that your children could hear it. No. Now, from what we understand, your children don't watch you, but still,
it's still out there.
He went after his son, talking about his son's mental issues. That's what he blamed. Oh, my son doesn't know what he's talking about, basically. And my son regrets the video he did because he took it down. And no, he didn't. It's a lie. It's still there. This is what I don't understand about his the things he lies about.
People don't follow up.
It's still there. It's so easily verified. Why would you say his son took the video down when it's still there? That's what I'm saying. Like, he lies about things that is easily proven.
But because his followers are not going to look at it, check up on it. They're going to just believe whatever he spits out.
Amen, Bobby.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
100%, Steffi, 100%. 100%. And that's why my wife is actually my best friend ever. And
cheers to Michelle for putting up with Robbie.
Yeah. You guys, you don't understand. I lived a rock and roll life, and ask Kyle. I mean,
Yeah.
Kyle knows who I lived with and what I went through and everything. And I turned my life around and did the best I can. And so has Cece. Cece is an incredible father now and just an incredible person. And I talk to him once every 2-3 weeks at least. And
It's amazing.
it's just an amazing that you can have relationships like that in your life. And I've got friends that I went to school with that I'm still friends with to this day. And it's, you know, my brother is one of my best friends. It's
Just like
my parents were my best friends. You know, as I got older, they weren't my friends. And when, as I got older, I am one of the people that is fortunate enough. I was fortunate enough to thank my dad for beating my ass every time I was an asshole when I was a kid because I deserved it. Mm-hmm. And I got to tell my dad that, and my dad started crying. And I said, "Don't cry because you did an incredible job."
It's okay. Let him. That's fine that he loves the attention I give him. Here's the thing: I'm telling the truth. Okay, so it's fine. I'm telling the truth to his lies. If nobody said anything, nobody would know that he's been lying about everything. He's been getting away with it for 2.5 years, and that's why he's trying to shut us down because we're telling the truth. He's a bully. He's a cyber bully, and we are going to prove it.
Bud Light's back. What up, Bud Light?
He showed a video of him tonight, proving he's trying to prove he's a nice guy, and they have all this love and blah blah blah. And when new neighbors moved in across the street, we have the tractor, and we helped them with the tractor. And here's the timeline here. And look, she doesn't have a bad back. She's holding a daughter with one arm. You know, like all this crap. And I'm like, yeah. What about all the videos for 2.5 years of you mocking them, calling them Lynette or crook? Or saying all these lies about their lives, talking about now how they're hiding behind a fence and now their property is even worse. How would you know unless you're looking? You're sitting there saying you never drive a tractor on that street. You're a damn liar because I have video of you driving that tractor on the street, laughing, yelling, mocking, screaming. I have video of it. So you're a damn liar. What about the video of you trying to get them and set them up, walking up to John? Also, you could bring it to Ohio court for what? What are you getting at? I mean, what gratification are you actually getting out of it? Because you're not threatened. You're not in fear. They're not doing nothing to you. You're doing it to them because you're nothing but a big-ass bully. You bullied Guapo. We got plenty of video of that. Okay? You're nothing but a big-ass freaking bully. Showing how nice you are on a tractor one day. Hey, we got video on Get Swamped of you hanging out over there. Yeah. What? What does that make you? Not a bully? Stealing a memorial. That's right. Stealing a memorial. Just because you do.
Oops, sorry. Go ahead. Keep going. I'm sorry. My bad.
No, it's okay. We interrupt everybody all the time.
I was going to say, I'm still pissed.
You have to speak up, otherwise you're not going to get heard.
Yeah, true. And I've tried to be quiet most of the night, so sorry everybody, but
no,
same time is what he pulled out one with Gabe again without the funny thing is I think what's her name slipped up and said his name, but but number two, when he went off on Robbie and bringing the kids back in, why? It's so stupid. Why? What does that mean?
Because he doesn't have a relationship with his kids
or his family.
He knows, or any of his family, his mom, his dad, and I had the most incredible relationship with my whole family: my dad, my mom, my brother, kids, my wife, everybody.
Yeah.
And
he also talked about boobs tonight.
That's something
Oh, I
he'll
missed
never have, Kyle.
Yeah, he likes boobs. Talked about boobs. He had to throw that in there. Jamie's
Yeah.
boobs. So
No.
he's kind of admitting that whole thing with Jamie because he did the sexting thing with Jamie, but he somehow is making everybody not believe that, or just like ignoring it completely, or telling George it's not true. But yeah.
But true, Robbie, though. I totally agree on that, by the way.
That's why. Listen, when this happened tonight, Kyle called me so pissed off in a rage, and I was like, Kyle, listen, what you're telling me has got me shaking right now, but I can't. The more I thought about it, Kyle, and I was like, I have something he'll never have,
Good night, Marsha.
and it's true love from my family. And all the way from my parents to my brother to my kids to my wife, he'll never have that, Kyle.
True.
He will never have that. He blew that.
Yeah. I did reach out to a Cleveland friend, and looks like there might be a side game for me to go play in Cleveland after Vegas. So
Right on.
I might have to go play in Cleveland, and maybe
Right
I'll
on.
go buy storage units. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Right.
there you go.
I don't know how close Cleveland is to wherever that is, but yeah.
That's right.
There you go,
there,
Flutter. You should
brother.
go.
Right there.
You should go kayaking while Germs live every Sunday night, so people have another Zen thing to watch too.
Yeah, and
That
by
was
the
pretty
way,
cool.
that was so beautiful. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch it. I was amazed with the trees and the water, and like I said, Flut's got some skills. I thought she had a motor on that damn thing, but she's oaring it around.
She does have some skills for catching bait fish.
Yes, she did. I did not see a big fish, but
Zickett's in Vegas.
what now?
I love it.
Zickett
I love
says
you,
I'm in
Flut,
Vegas.
You know that.
Yeah. Flut, one day, if you want to go like on a 3-day adventure with me, and we won't get stuck on an island, I'll take you out. We'll go deep sea fishing where you can catch some good fish.
Oh
Dang.
God, Flutter would have
Flut, that's an
attack.
invite. That's
Make
an
sure you have a
invite.
passport. Make sure you have a passport because we will be
A
crossing.
passport? She needs a passport?
Well,
Where are you
yeah.
going?
Just because
Off
we
the
are
coast of
traveling-
Florida.
No, off the coast of Southern California is the best fishing.
Oh, you want to go? Yeah. Well, I don't know, Kyle. Dolphin, dude, dolphin.
Flutter
It's
has a
pretty
date.
good. I haven't been fishing in that area in a long time, but I do know the
Dude,
on a
you
3-day
hit a
Dang.
school of dolphin. You find a raft out there and hit a school of dolphin.
The
You'll kill it.
love boat.
I'm going straight tuna. So we're gonna go
Yeah, right?
fishing.
Now, is this like
Yeah.
a cruise thing, or is this like a legit invite?
No, this is the legit invite, but the cruise ship can only hold probably 9 people.
Bonnie, there's no big fish in Lake Michigan.
Dang, Flut, get that passport.
Well, the reason why I say it, because we will be in Mexican waters, and
Oh, yeah.
even though
A
it's
little
international waters,
Flood, a little tequila,
boat.
a little Mexico. Oh,
These-
yeah.
These
A little.
sound like large pan.
we'll get.
Kyle's got a
we'll
large
get-
fan for you.
Yeah, we'll get.
Flutter's like, I
Flut
missed
hooked
half
up.
of what he said. Okay, so Kyle has a plan, Flutter.
Mexico,
Just say
tequila,
fish.
and fishing.
Just say fish on, because that means something big when you're down there. So and you have 3 people running to you. You're trying to reel in, and it's running fast, and the boat has to back up to catch up to the reel. And oh yeah,
Flutter's blushing. Oh my goodness, that's a good sound.
Flood is blushing now. I'm warning you, Flutter. Yes, tequila does make your clothes fall off.
Oh my God.
Johnny Walker, Jim Beam, Jack Daniels.
Only if I'm duct taped to the boat. Kyle? She wants to be duct taped to the boat.
That could get interesting.
That's after 11 o'clock.
I just want to make note that Kyle sent the package to Gabe, and it was edible panties. I just want y'all to know that.
One
Plus,
was
my face be red.
Lisa, what was better, the gummies or the little kind of like sweet tart things?
Oh, you're gonna have to ask Gabe that. If he'll answer you.
MoMagic said 50 Shades of Red.
The red level. I can't just wait. This took a twist. Oh my God. I don't even go back to the rest of the bullshit.
We will have, because I've got Starlink on the boat, by the way, so we can.
Oh, hold on. You have.
live it.
Wait. You have Starlink on the boat, so you have a boat. You already have the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had it for
Damn.
years.
Yeah.
What kind of
I've been
boat?
fishing for a long
Did I
time.
miss out on something? I totally missed it. What kind of boat?
It's a 38 Sea Ray. It's a 38 footer. Yeah.
And Lisa, just letting you know, 40 foot is considered a yacht. So 38 foot.
I know. My
shabby.
grandfather had boats. I know
don't
my
have
grandfather had boats. My mother sunk my grandfather's boat. It's a story.
It is older. It's a 2019, so it is not brand new, but it works great.
Oh, excuse. Sorry, we're not that bougie, Kyle. Flat, passport.
Well, she doesn't have to, but technically, it's probably safe.
It's safer, yeah. You're in international waters.
Yeah. In case
Flutter,
we
don't
get
forget your
pulled over.
floaties.
Well, she has boobs. She's good.
Oh,
She's good.
there you go. There you go. You're goody.
She's got built-in flotation
Dang.
devices.
Yep.
The
what I
love
said.
boat.
Who was? Can I be Isaac? Even though I want to take care of the red level, but Isaac was always the man. Even
Now
though I think
hold
he was good.
on. Hold on a second. Everybody's been wanting to go on a cruise here.
Well, we can do mini cruises.
Mini
Yeah, you
cruises. Oh my goodness.
If I wasn't red, I am now.
It can sleep, I think, 6, almost. Say 5 adults.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
I've got it set with.
Do you accept dolphins on your boat?
Of course. Even
What
though
about walruses?
Oh,
I know
hell
you-
yeah.
I know you don't want fleas.
I'll take a walrus any day. Do you know what the funniest thing is? A
What?
good friend of mine works for SeaWorld, right? And
I love
He-
SeaWorld.
yeah, me too. And I used to get a lot of shark because he was like the shark guy. So I used to get a lot of fresh shark after they tested shark or whatever. But now he's part of, it's like the white walrus of the sea. I forget what they're called. But he went over to Dubai and set up that whole tank for him. And every time I hear the word walrus, I think of Mike, which is his name, and setting up these white walruses everywhere. Because there's one in San Diego, but they're beautiful. I forget the names though of what they are. They call them the walrus of the sea, but or
It's,
the ocean. I don't know what it is. Oh,
damn it.
they're beautiful.
Boy,
Beluga. No, that's whale.
belugas. Beluga
Belugas?
whales.
Yes,
They-
small.
yeah.
Yes, they're small.
Yes.
They're
Yes.
smaller. Yes, that's what he does. So
Those are the coolest thing ever.
Eat or pass.
Belugas are so
Eat
cool,
or
dude.
pass
We're playing a game.
on a cheesecake stuffed donut burger. It's got Oreos, whipped cream, chocolate
All right, all
sauce.
right. So Gabe is saying, wait, do it again. Gabe wants to know, all right, eat or pass. What is it?
An Oreo cheesecake stuffed donut burger.
Oreo
Pass.
cheesecake
Yeah.
stuffed donut cheeseburger.
Yeah. No, it's no hamburger meat.
Oh.
It's a donut with
Oh.
Oreos, whipped cream, chocolate mousse in between two donuts.
That sounds like a
Um,
diabetic attack.
It's called
Right?
Oreo cheesecake.
An Oreo cheesecake?
Yeah.
There's people saying, pass, yes,
Yeah, Kyle.
yes. Robbie said pass.
Yeah,
Kyle
pass.
said yeah.
I'll take
Yes.
a bite.
It all depends if
Kyle said I'll take a bite.
it all depends on if I just burned one. That's for me.
Right?
That seems like a little much.
Gabe,
Yeah,
if you
Gabe
just
doesn't
burned
like
one,
a lot
that
of
whole thing's
sugar.
gone. Gabe, if you just burned one, that thing is gone. So save me a bite.
You just burned one. That thing is
Oh,
gone.
Hannah, narwhals are so cool.
The question I've been in trouble with all my life, and I can't understand it. Is cheesecake cheese or is it a cake? It's
a cake.
or is it a pie?
It's a
Is
cake.
cheesecake a cake or is it a pie? Because to me, when it looks like a pie,
It's a cake.
You say it looks like a pie. It's a cake.
is it a cake?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
My
damn good.
sibling makes pretty damn good
It's a
cheesecake.
cake.
It's a cake.
It's a cake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harper's saying
Cheesecake
pie.
is a cake.
Because it looks like a pie. When
Yeah.
they give it to you, it looks like a pie.
It's cake because it has egg in it. Most
It's
of it.
egg in it.
That makes sense.
Oh, okay. I do like pie.
I like pie
So
too.
do I, but that pie's not on the menu.
I love pie.
That pie's not, I don't like that kind of pie. Jesus.
Is that Kyle?
Well, no, that was actually Robbie.
Oh.
Actually, no, Kyle said it first. He's like, who said it? Is that Robbie? Didn't you say you like pie?
I said I love pie, but not
Oh, I
that
thought
kind
Kyle
of
said it first, and you
pie.
you said not that kind of pie.
Yeah.
Pumpkin pie has egg in it.
Yeah.
It's all
Good
good.
night, William. God bless and prayers.
It's all
the
good.
egg and the-
You
and
can
the-
call it
the
whatever
egg
you
cake.
want.
the egg cake theory.
That sounds like a heart attack after you eat it, right?
Flut, we're getting you out of.
I meant to
you
tell
please.
Robbie there's a place in Florida, I can't remember where it's at, but they got a 16-pound pizza.
A 16-pound
A
pizza.
16-pound pizza. 4 people can eat it, but they have to do it under 30 minutes.
No, thank you.
16.
A
He says no,
16-pound
thank
pizza.
you.
Huh?
He said, "You guys all be sick. That's a lot of cheese."
Yeah, no, thank you.
So 4
If
people
you said
can eat it.
16-pound
They're allowed
steak,
to
I'm
family. I think
in.
It was a family of 4.
If you said a 16-pound steak, he'd be in, but not pizza.
Do you know how much grease that probably is?
Right?
But if it was a steak, yeah, definitely try to
Steak.
eat a 16-pound steak.
I don't know about a 16-pound steak though either.
With
That's-
4 people?
Between 4 people?
Oh,
That would
okay.
be
4
gone.
people. I was just thinking about myself. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ending this germ crap.
I'd be like between 4 people.
I'm
Hell
closing
yeah.
these notes.
Oh, you're done
I
talking
think-
about that? Goof?
Yeah, I'm just,
He's
you know, I have a
exhausting, isn't
couple
he?
more. He is very exhausting.
I don't even see it out
Especially
there.
after all this
I
time.
don't know
It's
how you
very
guys do
exhausting.
it. I don't know how any of y'all
Every
do
day
it.
there's something new. That's why. But I mean, it's just all I'm gonna say as far as Jeremy, then we just I don't even have to go back to it. Is I never
I'm
said
sorry.
that the bankruptcy stops the cases. What I said was it's an automatic stay. Jerm, don't lie about me and don't use me as reference as a PR team because I'm not a PR team. Okay, but
Yes, you are.
if you're gonna quote me, well, I know what I am, but I'm not hired as a PR person for anybody involved in this, and I never was.
You know,
Okay, because if I was, things would have been different. But what I'm trying to say is that he's quoting me on his channel, and he's lying. Because don't quote me unless you can tell the truth. And the truth is, I said it was going to stay the cases. It's an automatic stay. So don't twist up the little bankruptcy thing and act like you know what you're talking about, Jerm. And it's not just going to hold up and say Fed 1. It's going to hold up and say a couple of them. Okay? And not for everybody. Not for everybody. But again, for the last time, you will not find $56,000 because it was not $56,000.
I can
Money's been
understand where you
spent.
got that.
It's the
figure
wrong
from.
number. I don't know either. It's a bunch of minions putting it all together. They're idiots. But he did raise 56 grand for the end, so he's stuck on this 56 number. And as you know, he likes to say accuse people of doing things that he's actually doing, and that's probably what happened where the number came from.
He's an idiot.
But again, you'll never have access to my financials, and definitely not because of her bankruptcy. You just have no clue what you're talking about, and that's the end of my.
I can't imagine. I mean, if his lawyer has half a brain, he's got to know that
His lawyer don't care. His lawyer's paying
his client is an idiot.
His lawyer's paying him, and he. I mean, look, the way he's coming
His
at
lawyer's
me and
getting
trying
money.
to shut me down. Yeah, his lawyer's getting money, and he's found a way to try and come after me. And by the way, if you ask me, he copied this damn Bongino thing, and it's not working.
Bongino.
Yeah, there's a lawsuit that Bongino. You have to look into it, but he copied it.
What the hell's that? Yeah.
Yeah, he
What is it?
copied the case, and it's just not going to work for him either. Didn't work for Dan Bongino.
Who's that?
Dan Bongino.
Oh,
No,
Dan Bongino?
Yeah.
Dan?
Yeah, Dan. Yeah.
Well,
Dan.
what's he saying about him?
What?
What's he saying about
He
him?
has a case to be sued somebody, and if you ask me, that's what they're trying to do to me, like the same thing, and then bring
I
everybody
love
else into it because it's the torts. You have to have torts, 2 torts to prove conspiracy to even go on trying to prove
Yeah,
conspiracy.
I mean, come on.
Dan had 2 torts?
He should have stayed with the defamation. He may have had more luck,
He's an
but he
idiot.
knew he couldn't prove the defamation either.
He's a complete idiot.
Yeah, this is like a joke. It's a joke, guys. And Jeremy's not a lawyer. All of a sudden, first of all, he can't tell the difference between civil and criminal. He thinks everything's illegal. And
I'm raising my hand.
Unless
Yes.
he does it. Unless he does it.
Unless he does it. And now he knows of bankruptcy all of a sudden. So, whatever. You guys want to believe everything he's got? Okay, go ahead.
But from what I saw, he's saying that both cases will be conjoined at one point. Is that a possibility, you think? Or is that just him just...
What cases, meaning federal 1 and 2, you mean?
Yeah,
Dude,
from what I
no,
got
they
out.
can't be. They can't be.
I don't know how they could. I don't know how
The
they could
judge
be.
has already told him he can't do that.
But there's
Well,
different
first of all, he's
people
not
involved,
supposed
right?
to be able. He's not supposed to be able to change the claims that were brought from the original to what he's doing now. He's not supposed to be able to do that. Rich brought up something, and I didn't go back to check what it was from the other night, but a personal something. I forget what it is, but there's a way he's not supposed to do that. So I'm sure that's going to be brought into the case as far as that. But here's the thing: if Michelle's got to stay on her thing, it's only John in federal 2. They have no case against John.
Oh, true. That's right.
Jody, the judge has already denied adding us to criminal 1, so they cannot be combined.
True.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Honestly, at this point, he's got Michelle and John in federal 2. So, I mean, he's suing him in 2 different court cases for pretty much the same damn thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, federal 1's a waste of time and money. But go ahead. He wants to waste money. Go right ahead. I'm sure, his
Shopper
lawyer's
loves
enjoying it. Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Go right ahead. But
I'm
they've got
gonna get
nothing
my law
against
degree.
John.
Bob, what's up, Bob?
Look, here's the thing. They have nothing against Michelle or John, okay? But they're claiming Michelle's with these signs, all right? They're not accusing John of doing the signs. So the only thing they're accusing John of is saying something about George, okay? And even that isn't defamation against George. Jeremy's just pissed off about it. So it's a what? There's nothing against John. Same thing with Ohio. They claim that Michelle wrote the signs, not John. They claim they have jurisdiction over Michelle because Michelle contacted the mayor. Well, John didn't. John, they keep putting Michelle and John as one person. They are separate individuals. Yeah.
Lisa, Kyle, you know what's sad? I have to agree with only me. If this was in the UK, the lawyers would have torn him apart.
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
And-
But I agree.
because you can't do
I
this
believe
stuff
so,
in Europe.
Jared.
You cannot use the court's time for such ridiculous bullshit in Europe,
Yeah.
in UK, or in Europe.
How is it even
And
legal?
only he is 100% right where he said my lawyers would crucify him. And it's true. Over there, they would, because you cannot bring up lawsuits for petty bullshit.
Yeah. Jared says the same in Australia, Robbie.
Yep. They don't
Well, in
put up with
Australia,
that shit.
They do different things down under.
Sylvie C's question. What I'm confused about, the bankruptcy filing
Kyle, stop
is
bringing
done
Flutter into the subject.
only by Michelle, doesn't show the new
I'll take it
lawyer.
down under.
No, I'm not sure what you're. Hold on. I'm not sure what you're asking. How is it any different that Michelle contacted Ohio and Jerem contacting her family in a different state? I don't know, Cat Lady. You got me. An attorney has made an appearance in the bankruptcy case already, but I'm not going to openly name him yet. There you go. Hey, for good reason.
And it was
For
just
good
an
reason.
email, right? And it was just an email. Right?
She emailed the mayor because Jeremy was harassing her. You know what I mean? And she wanted to let somebody, I guess what she thought was some kind of importance know. And, so he used it against her. And somehow they call that some kind of jurisdiction. That's bullshit.
Well, Mayor
She just needs a lawyer to go in there and literally just drop everything down right in front of the judge. That's all she needs. And that thing will be over. Jeremy will probably be in trouble for what he did.
Lisa, I'm not too sure on this, but my guess is that Mayor Dan guy that shows up in his videos.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Is it really,
Yep.
though? Do we know it is really?
Oh, well, you know what? I don't know. People have all kinds of nicknames. I don't know. I don't know if he's a current mayor or what. I mean, they still call that whack out freaking Therese Drunk, whatever her name is. They still call her Madam Mayor, and she ain't no mayor. She was only a mayor for 6 months, and she only did that so she can get her own permits on her property so she can sell it.
Right.
With that, I'm going to go to the ladies' room. You guys can handle this, right?
Of course.
All right, I'll be right back.
Go ahead. We got it. We got it. Kyle and I can spend time talking about Flutter. Kyle's like itching to get Flutter on this boat.
Or Canada or Australia. Yeah.
Flutter, if the engine breaks down, Kyle's got an oar you can use. And
I'll let her do the oaring because I saw her skills today. She could probably paddle better than me.
She's got good oar skills.
She does.
And that's important for Flutter.
She was moving around that lake like no tomorrow with wind,
right?
And a small chop. She was cutting right through it.
Right on. Oh,
Cheers
my
out.
goodness.
And then the funny thing is,
she's about 50 shades of red right now.
well, that's a different room, but I loved how she talked. Now, this is one thing that I was totally impressed with, how she'll drop an oar because of the wind, so she won't drift back, but kind of stay in the same location so she doesn't go too far back. So she's like thinking things way beyond my skills. And so when it comes to that, I would have dumped that kayak probably 20 times on that lake because I would go to reach for something and whoops, there I go.
Kimberly, that's a good point. You bring up this point about the woman who totally did this to Z, and yet Jeremy has her in his chat. So if you care so much about my son, why do you have this woman in your chat giving you super chats that did nothing but attack my son and then totally just set up scenarios. Oh, why? Because she's giving you money. That's why, Jerem. That's why. So you're full of shit. You put this facade on that you care, and that's exactly it. A facade.
That's what he does, from what I'm figuring out. So, I mean, I've kind of
That's
figured out
exactly what he does. You know, it's funny because like Lisa does, super chats for her channel to help her channel grow and to help her do stuff. She's always upgrading her equipment and everything. I take all the money I get from our super chats, from our Save-A-Gator, they go to a separate fund that actually pays for our gas, pays for the truck, pays for the lights on the truck, pays for, we got to get a ladder rack for it, we got to get that. And then all the other money we get all the time, we put it towards exactly what we say we're putting it towards. And it's not for lawsuits to show, oh God, Kyle, they turned out awesome. You still got to put 4 more on, but they turned out great, brother.
Cool.
They turned out awesome. He did a good job on the lights.
Yeah, Flat, I'll watch that later.
Interesting.
Hi, Gabe.
Hey, Kyle. I can hear you now.
Hey, Gabe, you can hear us?
Yeah, I can
What are you
hear
doing, buddy?
No, she gave
How you
nothing.
doing, man?
I gave him the headphones.
Yeah, she gave me the
I
headphones.
can't hear you now.
Now she can't hear you. Now she's interrupting.
Perfect.
Oh,
So,
sorry.
Gabe,
What's up?
say one for gummy or 2 for the candies. Which one do you like better?
Gummies or candy?
Well, no, the special pack that was sent to you that had 2 different options.
Talk about that. How are we talking about?
Oh, which one? There's so
Animal
much candy.
panty one.
Oh, the animal panty. Are you talking
Animal
about the panties?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's
No,
talking about-
Gabe. Oh my
can't hear
God,
him.
Gabe.
You can hear him, right?
Yeah, but
Okay.
they're like, the speakers are weird because it's like I'm
Gabe.
hearing like some of it.
Gabe,
What?
Gabe.
What?
The candies are the gummies.
Candy.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I don't.
Thank you.
Gummies are the only gummies I don't like. Really, I don't like gummies. There's only one thing of gummies that I like. I don't even know the name of the gummies. I can't remember them. What are they? But the only gummies I like
Oh,
are
Albany's.
Albany's.
The
They're all
Oh
right.
my God.
The-
Kyle Gabe's lost.
He's
He's
clueless.
clueless.
Huh?
He's
Am I
clueless.
missing something here? I like
Yes.
gummies from the
I think he's
dispensary.
talking about the
Gummies are
Oh,
candy
Oh, the
from
gum-
the dispensary.
I can't
Oh
hear
my
him.
God! He's doing the sexual thing here.
Give me back the headphones. I told you you don't like to talk about that stuff.
I'm just,
Why?
Gabe, I'm just
Why would
wondering
you do a
what to
man
get next.
thing if you couldn't talk
Yeah.
like this?
Huh? There's a
I'm just
difference
wondering
what to
between
get next.
talking locker room talk
Uh-huh.
than there is. I mean, come on, you're with your buddies. I'm sure it's gonna come up, but even then, I'm real passive with
Yeah, he's very passive about
it. Yeah, I wasn't with my buddies when I was younger, flaunting how many girls or what. Something about, yeah, I was.
What the
very
hell?
private.
How did
Even
we
when I
get to this now?
Yeah.
I have no
We-
idea. What happened?
Huh?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Gabe
I
just
went to
jumped
ladies' room.
subject.
Gabe's dropping
The
numbers.
subject?
Gabe's like right field to left field to.
Hell, he might be a catcher next.
He might be a catcher. Now Gabe's blushing. Everyone's
Yeah, right?
bread tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, Gabe, we love you, buddy.
Kyle,
I was-
we love
Oh,
you,
Gabe,
baby.
Gabe.
Love you guys too.
Probably saying
I
Gabe,
was-
Gabe.
Yeah,
I
I
was
know.
trying to keep it low
There's a
key,
peak-
but
There's a peacock coming after you.
There's a peacock coming after you.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
God, do I feel like a moron?
Why? Because you didn't know. You didn't know you walked in.
No,
on?
I didn't know when I walked
You had
into.
no idea when he walked in. What were you guys talking about when he came on?
We said we
Yeah,
told him,
he asked me
Gabe,
about
Gabe,
or
gummies.
candy. I'm trying to figure out. Well, Gummies are okay.
I was
You
Oh
seriously
my
talking about
God,
regular
dude.
gummies?
Yes.
He didn't know what you were talking about.
I was trying to be low key about that, and obviously didn't
Yeah.
translate well.
That didn't
Oh, you didn't pick
translate
up on
well.
it.
No, I didn't
It
pick up
didn't
on it.
translate
It
well.
flew over my head.
It went over your head?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay. It's all good.
Yeah, you have to realize he just pops in. He doesn't hear you guys joking all the time. You know what I mean? Like about certain things. I mean,
Oh yeah.
when you talk about the
That's why I
candies
put
and
him
stuff,
on
he
the
does.
spot.
Yeah. When you talk about the candies and stuff like that, like when you call him out on it or whatever, but he's not listening and he's not hearing the current banter or what's been going on. So he's just like totally walking in on not realizing.
Gabe is
No,
Yeah,
I
awesome.
realize-
we bring up the edible panties a lot.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Obviously.
What if you get a case of 25?
What if he what? What did he say? What if he what?
Nothing.
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 See that one over my head. I didn't even hear it. Something 25.
That I don't know.
I don't know. I don't even know if I heard it right.
Gabe just
Oh my
went to
God.
take that for it.
I have no idea what you're talking about now. You done lost me.
Oh my
Maybe
God.
Gabe-
Something about
Maybe-
25. I'm lost.
well,
Big
with the
old
sense-
jet o' rhino flying
Kyle's
high
in the
over your
sunset.
head.
because
Ohio-
sweetness-
A case of 25. Oh, that's what you said?
Oh nope.
I have no
Maybe.
idea what that is.
Maybe.
25 what? 25 bottles of baby oil, 25.
Baby oil.
What?
Easy there, P. Diddy.
We don't need
Gabe,
no
I'm
baby
not
oil.
Diddy. Gabe, I ain't no Diddy.
He ain't no baby.
Oh, you did no date.
Oh my God, you guys are bad.
We
Should
love
not have
Gabe.
worn the flags.
Okay, no diddy. That's so true.
Oh my gosh, you guys are slip and slide. Cute Jess. Leslie! What's up, Leslie? You would shit to see what Jeremy Hales emailed me. Jeremy emailed you?
Oil on
Kimberly,
slip and slide.
Jeff, slip and slide. That's my Saturday night.
I
Slip
thought
and
it was
slide.
swings.
Gabe, if you need help, link twice. That was from Diana.
Okay.
He's like blinking 4 times right now, I think.
Leslie, Jeremy emailed you? Oh my God.
Oh,
You
no,
mean
what did he say?
personally, he sent the email himself?
I know. She says, I believe Anya Waterman is him, and I got a bunch of rude emails out of nowhere. And then I emailed him a nice email about God loving him to counter his hate, and he went off on me, calling me names. Jesus.
Oh.
Threatening me. Hold on.
Imagine that.
Wow. Really bad? Give me a link, and I will tell you. All right. Let's bring Leslie on. Hold on.
I'm going to
Bring
shut up
Leslie
this.
on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
But
I'm
Gabe,
getting the invite. Gabe,
Gabe-
just walked out. Oh, no. He's here. He's here.
Where's the
oh,
man?
oil's
You can't
coming
do that.
now.
What's he want me?
What did you say, Kyle? Something's
Diddy-
coming now?
Diddy's coming your way, brother.
Diddy's coming your way, brother.
He's coming my
He's
way.
going to send some kind
Kyle, I'm
of
sending you a video.
Now I mentioned it.
Wow. He's very triggered, Leslie. That's true. All right, hang on. Let me get her the link.
Where's the
Compose. Where's what? Right here. Oh, didn't you give me the
Yeah, I
plug
gave
in?
it to you to plug in.
Right here.
Lisa, hold on. I'll be right back.
All right, I'm just trying to get Leslie the link. Hold on.
Laura J, Gabe, I think he could eat like 500 pounds of something and still not put on a pound. So
Now his metabolism, he's got like serious metabolism. It's
he's like my boy Rad, and his name is actually Rad, is his official real name. And he can eat like no tomorrow, but he weighs like 110 wet. And
wow.
he's a small guy. He's like 5'11" or something. But yeah, he's like one of those people that he's tried like all those weight gainer things and it's never worked.
Gabe has headphones, Renee. He doesn't use them yet. And he just had these on tonight for the first time. He's never even tried them. Uh-oh. We lost Robbie. He'll be back.
Yeah, he said he'd be back. Yeah.
Yeah. He's never tried his own, but they're still like in the box, still wrapped. So I'll come in the chat and talk with everybody. There he is. He's in the chat. But yeah, so he has a pair. Now I don't know if he had his, what kind of feedback we'd get both wearing the shots. I don't know. We'll have to see. Hold on. There's Leslie. Hey, Leslie.
Hey guys. Sorry, I
Hey.
was watching Squid Games with my kids. But yeah, I've never, usually you can counter bad people with just trying to be loving. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Usually that stops it. But today I'll share you. I can share you. I can show you firsthand the emails if you want to see them firsthand. And it did come straight from him.
They did come straight from him?
Oh yeah. Because what happened was I believe this Anaya Waterman is him. It's just very strange. This girl just keeps randomly emailing me, and the tone is very similar. Even the caps, even how it's done to when he personally emails, they're very similar in their style of writing. And so I get this email out of nowhere, and I decide I'm not going to reply to it. So I'm only going to say loving things. So I just said, all I replied was God is love. God is love.
What's the
so let me try to hold on. Because she starts.
Don't show the email address.
No,
Just-
I'll just tell you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get an email on my
Leslie, can I ask a quick question real quick?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to butt in. Have you ever dove into the code to find out the IP address or anything like that to try to follow that trail?
You know what? I was going to, because it is a Gmail account. So
That's fine.
those are a lot easier to get a hold of. Okay.
Yes, and you can bounce them. Yeah.
Yeah, but so I'll just, without showing the email, I'll read it to you. July the 1st, I get an email and I ignore it. Okay, this was at 2:49 p.m. And she says, want you to say thank you and isolating and silencing me. 16 years of Facebook pictures, posts, and online contacts all gone because you and Facebook's stupid generic account integrity BS. You claim to support people with disabilities and mental health problems. What support did you show me? Oh, wait, you didn't. All you did was attack, abuse, and bully me. You're probably just going to laugh your damn head off along with Lisa and the rest of the bully squad goons. Okay, so I get this email.
Is that from her? Or
this is from this Anaya Waterman. Okay.
Okay.
And this was sent on July the 1st on Tuesday. Now, I do not reply to this. I'm not going to reply to hate. I'm just not going to.
Why is she saying this stuff to you when she's the one that's on Facebook making the groups about you and mocking you and everybody else? Okay.
You can't reason with these people. You're not going to win.
Contradiction.
Yeah. So I just ignore it. That's the best thing. When I get stuff like this sent to me, I'm not going to get into a back and forth banter.
Being disabled, though, honestly, being disabled, or it doesn't give you the right to attack people.
Listen, when I believe
Leslie,
genuine,
Leslie, hi, honey. Okay.
Hey, Robbie. Hey, sorry. I'm sorry. I mean to say hi. I was like, I'll be honest. This really hurt me today because I've never seen such hate in my entire life. But let me go on with it so you guys can see the transgression of what happened. So this was on Tuesday. I ignore it. So then she sends an email Saturday at 6:09 a.m. on July 5th. And she goes, and she capitalizes the word coward. She goes, too much of a coward to reply, hey. Okay. So then I see this, and this was at, what time was it? It's 18, military time. So this would have been 2:00, 2:20 today. I see this. She's calling, saying it. And all I say in response is choose God, choose love. And that's all I said. Okay. I realize I'm not going to play into their evil and their games. I'm just going to fight back with love and God. And that's it. So then,
that's all you can do.
Yeah. Then at 2:38 p.m., she sends back. And again, mind you, I believe this is Jeremy. Okay, because I don't know this woman from Adam. This is somebody that clearly Jeremy has referenced on, he has talked about this woman on when he has made comments on other people's lives, trying to make a mocker, like make it out like I'm harassing this poor girl. I think this is a bunch of BS, and I think this is Jeremy using this woman's Gmail.
Well, let me, before you even go, I'm already seeing what's going on, because he did that to Brian, his neighbor. He enticed him to fight back with a text to him right before Jeremy would go live, so that Brian would respond while Jeremy's live.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
I believe
this was today.
Jeremy. Yeah.
Okay, this was today. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I believe this is Jeremy. Okay. Then at like 18 minutes after I sent choose God, choose love. Then I get a message back in response to choose God, choose love. It says, "What's happening with your BS lawsuit? Serve anyone yet? Or is it just going to be dismissed in a couple of months?" Now, this does not sound like this sounds like Jeremy. Do you understand?
Right.
Like, why would this girl that knows nothing? I mean, first of all, she's not even, this supposed girl is from another country. I don't know how she's sitting there understanding what's going on in the lawsuit or whatever. Okay. So then she said, then she goes and sends another message. This is on July 6th again. This is at 2:09 p.m. And she goes, "Why do you," and then she puts in capital letters, "enjoy," in capital letters, "falsely reporting Facebook users? Why do you enjoy instigating the attacks, abuse, and bullying of Facebook users who have done nothing wrong?" Then she writes in caps, "You're evil. Why don't you start practicing what you preach, Leslie Federigo's?" Then she goes, "I see you cannot answer the below question, can you?" And then she says again, "What's happening with your BS lawsuit? Serve anyone yet? Is it just going to be dismissed in a couple of months?" Okay. Then I send back, "Jeremy, I know this is you." And I said, "God loves you. You always know that. Spread love, spread God always. I will not respond to hate." Then she says again, this is right after receiving that message. This is now at 6:31 p.m. "What's happening with your BS lawsuit? Serve anyone yet? Or is it just going to be dismissed in a couple months?" Now, during this time, I have another Gmail account. And to be honest with you, it's Sunday. I'm reflecting on life. I'm watching these after death experiences where people are talking about meeting God and how, they do a life review. And it was a very powerful series of these afterlife or after death or near death experiences that really were profound. So my husband and I are talking, we're talking about how important it is to spread love on this earth. And that's really what life is about. So
That is.
I wanted not cyberbully people.
No. So I felt, I felt like I'm going to approach this in a different manner. So I had another email account that was not registered to my name. And I just wanted him to have a positive, happy, loving message. Because again, I believe this is him, claiming to be this Anaya Waterman. So I send at 3:20 today, in the midst of getting, these emails from quote unquote Anaya Waterman, I send an email. In the subject line, it says, "Jeremy, your life matters and God loves you." That was the subject matter. And this is what I said. I can share my screen so you can hear. I'll share it. Hold on. So you can see it firsthand, because this just has it has his email. I mean, do I need to? I'll take his email out just in case.
Yeah,
Although
take
it is public, I'll just take his email. Yeah, let me take his email out. Just because I don't want any issues with doxing. Okay, hold on. Let me just make sure that I don't have his email anywhere in here, because I don't. But he does email me back, just so you guys know. Okay. And it's emailed, and it was literally emailed within a minute of me sending this email, which was very odd. Just so you guys know. I mean, people don't usually respond that fast. Okay.
He does.
Okay.
Kyle, check your text.
I'm sorry.
No, I was already talking about.
I sent Kyle a text.
Okay. All right. So hold on. Let me see. It says share screen. I'm trying to share screen. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to show it to you. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Everything is, if you want to go to the top, you'll see what I sent him. And this does not have his email address on it. Okay. So I say, and I'll make this bigger. And I thought this was, honestly, I had this moment where I felt like this life is about spreading love. And this is honest to God what I felt. I felt like this man, something's wrong with him. He needs to hear this message. You know what I mean? It was a good message after I prayed and everything. So I just said, "Jeremy, this writing is for you. your life matters and God loves you. I said, becoming light, why your life matters in the eyes of others. I said, every one of us arrive in this earth with something special, a gift. Not a single person is born above or below another. That's the truth. We forget in the noise of everyday life, real happiness doesn't come from applause or recognition. It's found in those quiet moments when you help someone and they never knew it was you. When you watch their spirit light up and their happiness become your own, something inside you changes. That's real peace. Trust me, you could have all the money, all the comfort, all the privileges people spend their lives chasing and still feel desperately empty. I learned that early. Money and power, they only make the target on your back bigger. They fill your days with more problems. More people want something from you, more reasons to feel alone. The world teaches us that life is about getting ahead, being noticed, winning, but it's a lie. Our lives have always been about each other, about lifting someone else up, about loving deeply, about becoming more than just ourselves. Love isn't just a feeling, it's unity, strength, a kind of invisible thread that ties all of life together. True love doesn't divide. It brings us under one roof, one God, one purpose. Someday, when you draw your last breath and your soul finally slips free of your body, you'll see it all differently. There's no judgment waiting for you, just a chance to see your life through the eyes of everyone you touched. You'll feel what they felt, their joy, their pain, their hope. And in the presence of a light so powerful and loving, it can't be described. You'll finally understand what your life meant. That's the real test. Did you make someone's life brighter? Did you offer love more than you took? Did you learn what it means to become more like the one who made you? Life is a school. You're here to learn, to mess up, to get back up, to grow into something better. That's all God wants for you. It's to become more loving, more humble, more alive. And he loves you exactly as you are right now. You are his child. Every mistake you've ever made can be washed away if you're willing to ask, to open your heart, to change. So take a breath. Look at your life. Are you really fulfilled? Are you happy? If not, you can start over right now, today. It's never too late. Don't let pride or fear keep you stuck. Every act of kindness matters. Every apology, every effort to forgive, every moment you choose love over anger, it counts. Please let this message sit with you. Examine the choices that led you to darkness, to bitterness, to hurting others. You can choose differently. You can be the reason someone else believes in goodness again. You can become who you're meant to be. And when your time comes, you'll know you lived, truly lived, and loved with everything you had. And that's what I said. I never signed it.
You know what, Leslie?
Yeah.
That was so well said. Honest to God, that just summed up all of our lives.
That's
Not
a
just
message
him,
that anybody
everyone.
can hear. Yeah,
Yes.
anybody can hear this. And listen, I'm doing this, and I'll tell you why. Because I know he influences a lot of people, and he has the ability to get to a lot of souls and to save a lot of people and bring them towards that place of unity and love. So this wasn't about me. That's why I didn't sign it. That's why I did it from a different email. It's just a message I wanted him to hear, just a message in love for humanity.
Leslie, that was so well put. Honest to God. And
well, look at the response I got. Look at the response I got. Now, he automatically thinks it's me, which shows me even more that he must be Anaya Waterman, because this email was sent in the midst of the back and forth Anaya Waterman emails. Okay. He says, he just knows it's me, even though it's not from my email address. He goes, I told you, Leslie, to stop contacting me. And he uses the capital letters, just like the Anaya Waterman email. And then he goes, you're being reported to local authorities for your constant harassment, you psychotic stalker. You're now going to be in court in Florida and Ohio. Then this is what I sent back in response. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking. First of all, good luck on harassment, because this man has talked more about me on his Facebook group and his lives. You want to talk harassment? I mean, I'm sending him something loving. He's attacking me. Okay, that's harassment. And then I said back in response, I said, Jeremy, no one is harassing you. You have been constantly targeting people during your live streams, talking about them, posting against them on your Facebook hate group daily. The email sent to you was done in kindness and inspiration, in hopes you will find the light again, not malicious or intended to harm. Read the words. You are a child of God who is loved by God. If sending you a kind message after being attacked on your channel is harassment, I would disagree. Please consider these words as they are given in love only, and hopes that you can see the pain this ordeal is causing everyone. No one will contact you to give you this message again, but I do pray you keep it and read it throughout your life, because it is written in love for people. And then he feels the need to send another message. Look, you will be in court in 2 states. Don't contact me again under your real name or any false alias, you pathetic freak. There you go. There you go. You want to talk evil? Listen, you can, it's like, I have never reached out in love for somebody and had someone respond with such hate in my entire life. And I was very careful with what I emailed him to not put him on the defense by any means. It was strictly,
you wrote it very well, and it was in a loving manner, and it was nothing but truth. And that's what I preach on my channel all the time. Look, if you don't have anything to say good about someone, then don't say anything at all. Just move past it. Just go on to the next person that you can influence, you can help.
well,
I've been like, I was like that, like during the whole like time between the Hoarder House stuff and then Guapo.
Yeah.
When this stuff came to Guapo,
listen,
I was like,
when
you know
when the Hoarder House stuff happened, Lisa was going off her chain because it all happened, and I was on Lisa's, and I knew nothing about what was going on.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, everything was happening. And it came to light because of this person, and it threw me for a loop. And I was like, Lisa,
I never
Lisa,
said
just
nothing
stop.
about what I thought. I mean,
She didn't. She didn't. Lisa and I spoke, and I said, Lisa, listen, give him enough rope,
He'll hang
and he will hang himself. Other than
Just
that,
like Kimmy did.
God doesn't want me to waste time on this.
Yeah. And we
Why
did.
should
We
I
just
waste
ignored it.
precious minutes on this?
You answered it once, you left it up for 24 hours, and then you removed it. And it was
Right.
done. You know,
Because
you're done.
I don't do that. I don't play their game.
No. Well,
Yeah.
that notice is like, I'm like, I'm not going to argue with these people. They let them, because listen, you can't reason with unreasonable people. You just can't. You can't have a logical debate with someone.
Leslie,
who's so closed
listen,
off.
honey,
Yeah.
we tried to call you tonight because I wanted you to call me. I was so upset earlier tonight. And then I literally sat down and I prayed. And I said, please, God, just give me what I should do. And all of a sudden I felt a calm over me and saying, Lisa's like, hey, get Z. Let's ask him. And I went and got my son. And I said, Z, come here a second. Lisa wants to ask you something. And I am not going to hide who I am, who I've been. Yes, I was a huge drug addict. Yes, I did get wrapped up in a felony conspiracy to traffic rattlesnake charge, which I had nothing to do with. I was just business partners with the guy. And I still, to this day, if I wanted to be an ass, I could say it's all his fault. No, he didn't do anything. He got pulled into it. And I just, things happen in life. But there's always a silver lining.
Yeah.
There's always a way to tell the truth and move past this.
Yeah.
And that's what I've always done in my life. I've always put everything in my life out there.
Yeah.
But that's why, like, when the Guapo thing happened, I was just done. I'm like, I'm so tired
Yeah,
of this guy being that,
when Lisa
bully.
called me and said, Robbie, go look at this. And I saw it, and I told Lisa, do what you got to do. Because this is ridiculous.
Because this has been going on for 2.5 years. Right now, the courthouse thing has been going on for 3 years. It was May of 2022. And at this point, so we were August of 24, right? So it's two and a little, 2 and a couple months, right? And I'm like, oh my God, like this guy just won't stop. Now he's going after Guapo. Like, this is someone who was his friend. What? Like, what is going on? And then I found out about Michelle. I'm like, oh my God, like this is, how do you find out this stuff and not say anything about it? That's how he's gotten away with it this long. Because no one
You know what though, Lisa, even all this stuff, I do not wish him any harm. I just wish him
I just want him to stop hurting people. Yeah.
Right.
There's
Stop with
with the
cyberbullying.
no, you guys, and I highly suggest it for everybody that's listening. There is a channel on YouTube, and it's called Coming Home Channel, and it's an entourage of all life forms, all religions, all ages of people that have had near-death experiences, and they're all the same, which is crazy. They're all the same. And there's an underlying message. That's what prompted me to send the email that I did. And the wisdom came from watching these near-death experiences that, they talk, they all have a life review. And this one girl, it was so profound. She talked about how the first life review, she got to see life through her lenses, her eyes. The second life review, and she said she felt this amazing love and presence, obviously that was a godly, spiritual entity that was nothing but filled with love. She got to watch her life through God's lenses, right? On how she affected others. And she got to feel the pain that she inflicted on others that she had no idea. And and she said she felt during this review, she didn't feel judged. She said she never felt judged, but she felt ashamed because she was getting such acceptance and love from this entity that she felt ashamed of how she made others feel. And when she came back, she basically said, like, the thing that she learned, it's not about, the accolades that she won. It wasn't about the awards or her career or any of that. It's how she made other people feel. That was the main thing. And so that was why I said to myself, like, I was like, it's worth saying this message to him because he does have an audience, and he could take his position and he could change the world. It's like a ripple, they say. It's a ripple in the ocean that keeps going.
He could.
That's the thing.
He could do good with
he's
it.
already doing that. He acts like he's already doing that. And
So did Jim Jones, and so did
and so he's already acting like he's doing that. But people, I mean, look what he's doing. If he was really legitimately doing that, why would he be sitting there calling people out and saying the stuff he's saying on his channel?
Well,
he's not doing it.
Look at the hate.
How does he not know? But how does he not know that through God or Jesus came to you and made you write that? How can he react to that letter that way?
I came from a place of prayer.
Being the preacher that he is.
I came from a place of prayer. And it was like, look, he has hurt me very bad. He has said very horrible things. He has made fun of my appearance. He has made fun of various aspects of me that are authentically me. I mean, look, he called me a freak. He called me, does that hurt? Absolutely, that hurts. Have I cried? Yeah, I have. I'm not going to lie. I'm a human being. Have I cried? Yeah, the man has hurt me bad.
He's a cyber bully.
Yeah, and I could have attacked him and told him all the things he did. But I wasn't going to take that approach. I just wanted him to just know what life really is supposed to be about. And it's not telling him whether he was doing it or he wasn't doing it. It was just, here's a reminder, you're loved, and you can.
It's love thy neighbor.
Yeah, and it's like the people that are watching him, they're not saying loving things. They're attacking
No.
people with hate
Yeah.
all over that Facebook book group with his logo, attacking the most callous attacks that I have seen ever in my entire life, cyberbullying attacks that it's like, that is
Listen,
not,
you
yeah.
can't say the Facebook page with his logo. That is his page, 100%. Because
100%.
it's your logo. You could
Yeah.
shut down that Facebook page.
The one without the dollar sign too.
You could shut
That's
it
his
down.
logo.
Yeah.
He could totally shut it down.
If
And-
somebody had my business logo and they were operating a hate group, giving my business,
But it's not his
reputation
logo,
that
though.
I don't stand for, you're damn straight. I get that stuff taken off immediately.
Yeah. And it's not
Exactly.
his logo. Though. It's
What's
not
that?
his logo. Yeah.
How is it not his logo?
That's his logo, Kyle.
Hales. Oh, he's got that too. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know he
That's-
had the.
Yeah, that's his logo.
Because I know he has the one with the dollar sign, but not the one with the S. From what I saw.
He has the one with the S too.
And somehow that Facebook group is there's a whole bunch of posts being deleted, and they're claiming that like you can't it can't be an admin because no one's running the page because there's no admin on it. But what I was shown today, that you can hide. I was actually shown how you can hide your name on it, so that people
can tell
wouldn't
you
see
for a fact.
that you're listed.
Yeah. With
And
I
I
want
was
to
like,
say,
well,
Kyle, listen, Kyle. I love you to death, and
Yeah.
I thank you for calling me tonight and everything. And but I got to tell you, Kyle, I didn't get, and you talk to me, this is true. I didn't get upset till he brought my son into it, and that's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
That's where I got
that's the
really
first
upset. And I just wanted to say, Jeremy, meet me at the gate. Meet me anywhere you want to meet me. Tell me, because I will gladly eat you alive. And don't do that. I don't go after Jason.
Okay, Flutter.
I don't go after any of your children. I don't go after your wife. I don't go after that. This is between you and me. And you're going to lie, and I'm going to point out your lies, and I'm going to tell the truth. That's all I'm going to do. Why?
That's all you've
Because
done.
I know one day I have to meet my maker,
Yeah.
and I have to account for everything I did in life. It's bad enough I have to account for all the drugs I did when I was a dumbass, but I didn't hurt anyone. I didn't hurt anyone but myself. And that's how I live my life. I'm not going to hurt anyone else. I'm not going to drag anyone else down. Will I drag myself down? Who knows? I might. But I can tell you one thing.
Apparently, the cover, the hate page does have the sign, the dollar sign in it.
No, it
Since-
doesn't. There's one that does, and there's one that doesn't. The main one doesn't have the dollar sign.
Since I found God, I won't relapse. I will never do it.
Cover photo.
And since 93, I will never relapse. I won't do it. Because
This
I
year
know it's a
will.
waste. I know it's a waste of my talent. If that was my life meant to be, I would have died. God would have let me die. But I knew
yeah.
God had more in store for me. And I will try my hardest to live up to that.
I'm the same way, Robbie. I've been shot, stabbed. I had to get 2 pints of blood pumped in me after a fucking stupid thing in Minnesota and Minneapolis, which
Yep.
it did make some news. But yeah, it's kind of one of those things that, no, you get some good awakenings. So
You get an awakening. When you almost die, you get an awakening.
yeah, I
And
did.
I've always believed our life is teaching grounds. It's our school.
It is 100% in the teaching ground.
And
Yeah.
this one girl, she was, not everybody had great experiences when they had near-death experiences. Some people did not go towards the light, and if they did, it was short term, and then they got pulled, they said, into this tunnel that was very constricting, and they said it was the worst, claustrophobic. They could hear screaming. They said they felt immense sorrow, immense despair, immense loneliness, describing hell. And then they called out to God, and he brought them back out of that. But it's not everybody is going, not everybody is going to learn, but that's why you have free will. It's like you have choices on this earth. And the one thing, it's like, how hard, if all of us just chose to love and be kind and to not let hateful words come out of our mouths, and all of us just chose to just look for the good in everything.
Imagine the world, Leslie. Imagine the world. Imagine the world if that happened.
Yeah.
It would be the Garden of Eden.
We can
because
have
we could because it would go on to, it would spread. It would spread like wildfire.
That chick is on going nuts.
But you just
And
can't, like,
it's-
I'm now coming to the place, like, before, like, I've come to this place and I wasn't always there. I've never dealt with this bad of a cyberbullying situation. So I've gone through a multitude of ways I'm going to handle and deal with it. But where I've come to now, like this week, okay, is that I'm just not going to entertain it. I'm not going to react to it. I'm not even going to debate it. I'm just going to kill it with love. And I'm going to say just short statements about love, and that's it. I'm not feeding in. I'm not debating. The lawyer in me, of course, I could try to be right. It's not about being right. You're never going to change the mindsets of these people. They will always rationalize and come up with logical reasoning as to why they're right. You're never going to win. And you just got to keep yourself away from the negativity. And that's why, I don't watch, like, I had to tell my husband, do not turn on those channels that are attacking me. I don't want to hear it. I just don't. I don't want to know.
I refuse to listen. I've got several people emailing me all night about him when he started tonight. And the one person I answered was Kyle. And it hit hard, but then I literally sat there and prayed. And Kyle, when I called you back, what did I say? I said, listen, it is what it is. He's going to talk his shit. I know who I am. Several people.
They all
who
think
are
that
close to
everybody in
me
this case is going to
know
file
who I am.
bankruptcy.
I know that too, Robbie, but still, when he does stupid shit like that, like bringing and putting the name on it, that is not cool to me. That's what threw me off, and plus the beginning part with the racist shit, that was not. I'm pretty
calling me a
level-headed.
racist, please. Really?
Yeah.
Do your fact checking first.
Oh, he won't, but yeah.
There's
That
this
was
David Petty person that thinks that everybody that's on the defendants are going to file bankruptcy. These people are crazy. I'm on that group right now. That
all
Tracy
filing
Nori bitch is out again. Yeah, I ain't gonna either. There's no reason for me
I'm
to.
here.
But that what the hell's thing has the $sign logo. What I don't know what you're looking at, Kyle.
It's the most callous, evil online forum I have ever witnessed in my 48 years of life. I have never witnessed so much.
Yeah, no matter who it is, it's still under his name, I think, and they're spewing.
Jared, but
it's the logo. They're
Jared.
using the logo. They're acting like they're him. And Tracy Nori's sitting there saying, Tracy Nori's sitting there saying, no, it's not. Well, guess what? It's there. I see it right here, and I'm now screenshotting it with the date. There we go. It's done. Now go ahead and remove it, Germ.
It
Change the
reminds
logo
me of a
over
bunch
at
of
my
like
page. It's
souls
there.
in
It's
hell.
done.
Seriously, I get this eerie feeling. That's why
And
I
we'll
try to stay off of
Tracy
it.
in there. There you go. Her lie
I
right
get
there.
Lisa, like
You
this, I
know,
get this eerie feeling when I see the post in that hate group. I feel like I'm in hell. Like it's hell of souls that are just.
of course it is. Of course it is, Leslie. It takes, but
And by
remember
the way,
one thing:
Tracy, I've raised 2 kids. I don't know about you.
it takes more effort to hate than it does to love.
And the best thing is they say I'm boring, so it's awesome.
You're
Right?
fun, Kyle. You ain't boring.
Kyle, I love you to death, and you know that.
I know.
This isn't
but
their
honestly, it's
logo.
funny.
Is Tracy Nori a freaking idiot? This isn't their logo. Yeah, it is. Clear as day. It is. Morons over
What's
there.
the
They're
same
blind.
name?
It's right in their face.
That's the thing, Lisa. That's the one thing it kind of when I kind of mentioned earlier because it doesn't have the $sign, but it still has his name. So if it was so bad, which it is,
Do you
'cause
see the
You
picture
could
though?
get it taken it down.
The picture has
I
the
haven't seen
$sign.
it yet. But there's 2
His
different
actual
ones.
logo.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Terry,
That's his actual logo.
Terry,
No matter
consider
what-
yourself blessed to be kicked out.
Oh, nice.
So that's not even a fake what the hell's page. It is a what the hell's page.
But I pulled the transcripts to every one of his lives for the last month, and I put in keyword searches. And when you read a transcript versus maybe when you listen to it, it even becomes more apparent sometimes. You know what I mean? The just evil words that are being said about people, and it's I'm sorry. There's so many statements that are just meant to make fun of people, meant to make fun of their appearance, attributes that belong to them physically that they might not be able to change. That there's a difference between making fun, and I don't, making fun of someone's conduct that they have a choice in, and making fun of something they have no control over. There's a big difference there. And
Right.
that's what he seems to do is he pokes fun at people's appearance. He pokes fun at people's disabilities. I mean, he has with mine multiple times. And it's very offensive and it's very sad because my whole life, platform has been about being the voice to those people that have been discriminated against for these disabilities. It's just not right. It's not right to do that to another human being. But like I said, these are his words. These are his transcripts. That's a hate group that obviously, he's obviously got control over because he has control to take it down if he wanted. And he's choosing not to.
And he doesn't.
Yeah. And
his logo is on there. He can take it down.
Response to me tonight, guys. You guys saw, I read you. I don't know how you could attack me after that email message. I don't know how you could attack anybody who sent you something like that. And he calls me a freak and saying, all these things, threatens me with litigation. And it's like a bully. It's like, I don't know what he's so afraid of, but he's afraid. He's fearful of something. That he has to put up this mask where he just attacks. He's so defensive and everything's negative. And I don't know what happened to him in his life, but something happened because I don't see how you could, first of all, you guys can tell me, I don't believe for a second his education with seminary school is legitimate. And I have my reasons for that. I've researched it. I've looked into the degrees they don't even offer at these institutions. My belief is that is stated to gain trust from consumers.
Of course it is.
Yeah,
of course it is, because those degrees are from a Bible school, which don't even transfer to a real college.
Well, his degree and the degree that he claims he has, the institution, they don't even offer that degree. I've already researched and investigated that, and he couldn't. And without that 4-year degree, he couldn't get his master's. So I've
never seen a LinkedIn account say that I've raised $3 million. Like,
go Lisa.
No. I'm just saying I've never seen a LinkedIn account talk about how much money they've raised. for whatever
Oh.
reason. You know what I mean? He made a point to say that. He put that out there purposely.
But let me
You know,
ask you this. This is what reveals to me the deceit. What man went to seminary school, spent his, majority part of his life supposedly in the church, preaching God and everything, could get a message like I sent him and respond in hate?
There's
I'm
no
sorry.
way.
Yeah.
That is not, I don't care who you are. People lose their way all the time. They disconnect, but the foundation, okay, the foundation's still there. And how could you call me the names you called me, threaten me in the manner you threatened me when I'm telling you that you're good enough and that God loves you and that, just spread love? Like, how could you come back with such a malicious, evil stated attack at me, getting a message like that and tell me you're a man of God who went to seminary school?
Leslie, can I step in for a
Then
second?
why are you attacking people?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kyle.
Leslie, he's just a bully. I mean, I've dealt with bullies for all kinds of bullies for 20 plus years, moving people, having to make people move, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
And it's just words are words, physical actions are physical actions. And same time as he just thinks his words is something more powerful because he ain't going to do the physical stuff, I don't think. But he just thinks he's better than most because he's got a couple dollars. And that's all. To me.
I think he's had that attitude without the money too. I mean,
people have choices every day.
Because he thinks he's listen, the family he came from, his mom and dad did the best they could with their whole family. Jeremy thinks he should have been treated better, obviously, because his siblings have nothing to do with him. His parents have nothing to do with him. Why? Because he thinks he's better than anyone else. And I'm sorry you feel that way, dude. I'm sorry you do. I'm sorry you felt left out in life. I'm sorry you had to work at your dad's and mom's, grocery store. I'm sorry. But we all had to do that. My dad owned a construction company. I worked there taking, tiles up to the roof and doing that and getting yelled at because I did it wrong.
Yeah.
But I learned. And my parents were incredible. And I used to get my butt beat many times, but it was for stupid stuff that I did wrong. And that's how I learned.
Robbie. Oh, sorry, Kyle. Go ahead.
I was going to say, my dad wasn't around. He was always, quote unquote, traveling. My mom would beat my ass if I did something wrong. And she's the, excuse my language, baddest bitch I know till today. So, yeah. And she is an amazing woman and does, just still kicks ass. And yeah, it's just one of those things that people don't realize that
present. Exactly.
Let me tell you guys, there's underlying truths around us all the time. I was homeless in 2011, and this kind church opened the door and let me live there. And there was a deaf couple, and they shared room, and we would communicate, through visualizations and everything. And I learned that this deaf couple, the woman came from a famous family, millionaire family, and she chose to walk away because she didn't agree with how they were obtaining their money. It was it wasn't very ethical. And I, on the other hand, I could be sitting in a very secure spot. My parents are worth $10 million, and I walked away And has my life been hard? I was living on the streets. I was homeless because there was certain things that I could not endorse with my family. So, to think you're better than somebody because you have more money, or, I walked away from my legal career because I couldn't endorse the pain that the attorneys that I had to give an oath to were doing and inflicting on helpless people for $1, lying and, just raking them over the coals with invoices that they knew they could never afford and sustain during litigation. It just wasn't for me. Could I be sitting here, because when I was a practicing attorney, I made lots of money, but I walked away. I had to come to a place where I had to sleep at night. People are given temptations all the time, and it's a lot harder to walk away from power and money when you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? You're doing it because you just can't endorse
Leslie,
yeah,
have
yeah,
you ever heard of Bob Hope?
yeah, yeah.
All right, let me say one name to you, and that's all I'm going to say, and you tell me if you heard of her. Tracy Hope Shore.
No.
Tracy Hope Shore is Bob Hope's stepchild, and she's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
And she has gone through hell. And you want to talk about somebody who was very wealthy, Bob Hope? A lot of you guys know him as a comedian, and that. No, he was a mega mogul in real estate. And Tracy is going through hell right now. And she is a very to herself person that actually lives close to me right now. She lives in Brooksville, but she's back and forth between Brooksville and LA to the Hope Estate. And she's going through hell with that estate. And an incredible person, but she has gone through so much hate in her life. I have talked her out of suicide so many times. I have just it's sucks because you're like, Tracy, your life is more than this. Stop. But how do you keep telling someone that? And that's where it gets really, really scary. Leslie, I can sit there and show you tons of communication between her and I, and I feel so bad for this lady. And she was raised in one of the wealthiest families in Hollywood. It's amazing to me.
Yeah. I mean,
that
what I've learned is a lot of people. I went to a preparatory school growing up. So in Orlando, I got to mingle with the old wealth. They came from famous families and all this other stuff, and it was, what I've learned. I always believed if I'm going to give, I give anonymously. I don't give to receive an award. I don't give to put my name out there and say I gave. I don't put my name on anything if I'm going to give. If I'm really going to give, I'm going to get nothing in return for that. That's how I believe in giving. And what I have noticed in my encounters, and I'm not going to say all, and I always said to God, if I ever were to acquire wealth, I wouldn't keep it for myself. I would give it away. I would keep enough. I don't need much to survive and be happy. I really don't. That's just how I am. I've learned, when you're homeless and you learn to survive off nothing, you become very, I never felt more free in my life because all things are, it's just another thing to hold you bondage to. You know, it was very freeing not to have much, to be honest with you. There's not much people could take away from you, you know. But in my encounters of mingling with the rich and the famous and the powerful and this, you know, all these people, it was all about them. And it was all about the recognition they could get, the you know, power. It's like the awards they could brag and they could do all these things, you know, all these things with, and the money that they could lure people in to control that person's life, you know, with money. And they, you know, it's like, I just, you know, I've learned in this world that we live in, I don't respect a lot of the rich and the powerful. I just don't. I'm not jealous. Could I have had it? Could I have bought into the whole thing? Of course, all of us could have if we wanted to. But there,
Yes,
my
I'm
value.
here.
No, but value systems are people's value systems are different, you know. And so for him to think he's better, I'm getting to the point, for him to think he's better than someone because he might have money and he might have, you know, more subscribers or whatever he wants to say. He doesn't understand that's his choice. And he's the people that I really respect are the people behind closed doors that turned away from things, you know what I'm saying, that they could have had, in the sacrifice and living a harder life to do what was right.
I hear you on that. Definitely.
Okay, I literally just wrote Tracy. Just want to let you know I love you. And just thinking of you tonight and praying for you.
That's sweet. See, you're spreading love. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's the thing. It's like it's spreading love like that. That's, you know what I mean? That's how I believe we should be living, you know.
That's how we should be.
Yeah.
So good
Yeah, like
people do.
I keep hearing like people saying like my channel's become like Jeremy's or something like that. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, no, it's not. No, telling the truth and making sure people are aware of the truth and letting them know,
different.
and letting people know what's really going on when everybody's been quiet for so long. He's gotten away with this for so long. Now, is it my job to do that? No, it's not. But I do have a voice and I do have a platform, and I feel an urgency to you know, make it so that he can't do this anymore.
You have to give people another perspective. Otherwise, he's monopolizing people's thoughts on an issue.
And again, when I say not do this anymore, that means stopping him from being that bully online, using the YouTube platform or any social media platform to hurt people. That's what I'm talking about. Am I talking about shutting his channel down? No, I'm talking about not using the platforms that he currently controls to hurt other people and bully them. You know, that's what I'm talking about. It's not about taking him down. It's about holding him accountable, because one day he's going to do something, or someone's going to be bullied by him enough that it's going to do some harm, more harm than, or
You guys
the worst.
saw
harm.
that mother that just killed herself. The mother, she was
Yeah,
a YouTube influencer.
That's what I'm
She
talking
had-
about.
Yeah, she had
Yeah.
what was it? 2.3 million subscribers.
Yeah, the Fox.
Yeah, the Fox girl, you know, and she was bullied just like this. They describe like another influencer did a whole special on the bullies and how they bullied her, and it sounds identical to what's happening with Jeremy Hales. And
yeah, and for him to like be online tonight saying that we're trying to accuse him of something like that, no, we're telling you your actions can cause that.
Absolutely,
And you're quite lucky that it hasn't already. You know what I mean?
Tell you, he's put me in a debilitated depression. He's put me in a debilitated depression over what he and his subscribers and, you know, his hate site has done to me. It's harmed me. It has absolutely harmed me. And Lisa, you know that I was on the phone crying to you about how bad this has hurt me.
Leslie, and that's why I told you the one night.
Yeah.
Honey, you're gonna be attacked. Be prepared for this, because that's how they are. That's how evil is. And
That's
just
like
remember,
I was saying last night, I was saying last night, like I come up real strong, you know, and I am a strong person. And Leslie, just because you were crying to me, like you just said, that doesn't make you weak. Okay?
No, it doesn't.
You coming to me or coming to anybody or coming on here right now and saying that is courage, and courage gives you strength. Okay,
Yep,
that makes people
100%.
stronger when you come forward. Okay, but what I will tell you is, as strong as I sound, as strong as I am, okay, don't think that you guys have heard me. I can easily break because I do have that emotion in me. I do have empathy. Okay, I have a huge heart. Okay, and when I hear people trying to say that I stole money from someone, when I'm sitting here trying to get myself a car, you know what I mean? That I took money, I spent it on myself, or I you know, whatever they think I've done, or like they're bringing up stuff like I'm paying my husband's probation. No, I'm not. And guess what? If I were to show it to you all, you'd be wondering why it's what it's at. You know what I mean? So no, my husband takes care of that stuff on my husband. He'll take care of that himself. Okay. But like, I have nothing spectacular from the moment I started this, you know, basically showing Jeremy's the freaking idiot here. There is nothing that I've purchased myself for anything. You know, I have not spent any money, but to hear that I'm a fraud, I'm a scammer, I'm a grifter, I'm this, I'm that, I have a rap sheet, I'm a liar, I'm this, when all I've actually done is try to right wrongs that he did, give a family back their life in any which way I could, make a child happy and give her something that she should have had the year before and will have in a little bit of her future, because she got things that she can use for quite a long period of time, right? The fence when they needed it, to help get their barn done. All I tried to do was help the situation while telling the truth.
You know, can I tell you what my husband said about you tonight, Lisa?
What?
He said,
Don't make me cry.
No, he said Lisa's got a purpose. He goes, I believe Leslie. He goes, Michelle. He goes, that poor woman and the way she was attacked. Who's to say she could have been suicidal? And it was. And my husband said it was.
I've thought about that.
And my husband said, I
words.
think it was. He goes, I think Lisa pulling in and supporting her like she has, you know, and providing this platform saved her life. That's what my husband thinks. And you don't know.
Michelle's a very strong person. But I could tell you this. Okay, when I was there and we were doing the fence, I met a lot of the neighbors there.
Yeah.
And one of the neighbors came to me and they said something about, they thanked me, right? And I'm like, why? You know, I didn't understand why you were thank. Why would you thank me? You know, but they said they thanked me because they said that I helped their town.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? What do you mean I helped your town? Like this, all of a sudden became a lot bigger than just putting up the fence or having a Christmas for a child. You know what I mean? No matter how big it was going to be, you know. But I was like, oh my God. And I felt overwhelmed, because I'm like, wait a minute, what? You know, and the reason why is because I'm telling the truth. I'm telling what's been going on. I'm telling the fear that's in these neighbors' eyes of what this person moving to their town has done. That people are afraid to go outside their doors, you know, and enjoy their life, you know. And I was overwhelmed. Like I never in a million years would have thought anything. And trust me, there's been times where I said, not that I've ever gotten to a point where I was in like depression, but I said, God, what is my purpose? You know, I've done all these things, you know, and there was a moment during all this where I said, this is a purpose. There is a purpose. There's a reason why I'm doing this. You know, it's definitely not a selfish.
It says,
Tell you what, but I can
it
tell
says
you what.
Robbie checked for the judge's order for you.
Hold on.
Everybody's saying this.
Order. It's a Sunday night. What do you mean? Does the judge put an order in? Hold on.
I don't know.
Normally, you wouldn't see a judge's order until it's open court.
I don't know. And someone's saying, Lisa, read the chat.
Hold on. Have to log in. Hold on. Whoops. Like, I would always tell people to smile, you know? And I'd always like putting smiles on people's faces.
Lisa, you helped me the other day. Really bad. You helped me.
Yeah,
Hey, Leslie, we tried to call you today and you didn't answer.
Sorry, I felt, I have to spend time with my kids and give them that one-on-one.
I know.
Oh, we know about this already. This is the judge's order that Jeremy or Shockett has to show cause. Wait a minute, hold on. No, this document, this one, all right, they have to show cause in regards to you and Dave as far as why you guys shouldn't be dismissed from the case. The other one is the plaintiffs have till Wednesday to oppose my motion to amend my motion to dismiss. Yeah, I've gone over this already.
Okay, all right.
No, but I already knew that. But anyway, what I was trying to say is to hear that stuff come out about me. And when the shit Jeremy tries to say, they try to bring my husband into it. Look, my husband may pop on and say hello. If there's something like a defense being built or something that's to be done, he'll volunteer and he'll come and he'll do it. But generally, my husband doesn't have anything to do with the channel itself. You know what I mean? He's not even been on there as far as he's not on the panel. You know what I mean? He's not.
Good night, brother. Love you.
But like it's like, and the way they're trying to go after him, it's
Prayers,
like, oh
bro.
my god, you know, if you come and you meet me or you meet my husband, you're gonna see how good, you know, my husband's a good man. You know, he's got a heart of gold. And you know, to attack him or attack me while I'm trying to do things, they ask for receipts. It's like, what do you need? Who are you to ask me for anything when you didn't even donate a damn dime? You know what I mean? You see that the fence built. You see that we've showed you what's going on. So why are people even saying where's 56K when 56K wasn't even the number? But you're still saying where's the money, fully knowing that those things have already taken place, are up, and the money's been spent. You're still asking where this money. Do you think this money's growing somewhere? Because it's not.
Good night. God bless.
But it's like, you know, you want to come and attack me, I'll take it on, because when you're attacking me, you're not attacking anybody else. Go ahead, bring it. But I'll tell you, it's lies. And when people lie about you, my first defense is to, you know, my first way to come at it is like, really? And tell the truth. I'm all about the truth. I am a warrior. I'm definitely a warrior. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But I still cry and say, holy shit, when is this going to stop? Because I take on a lot of people's pain because I'm so empathetic. I take it on my shoulders, and then I get to a point where I break too. You know, when I hear something about a child, you're going to hurt this child. Like, what? Shut up about, and no offense, please don't take this when I say, shut up. Leave this child out of your mouths. You want to fight this one person? Go ahead and fight them. Leave the child alone. What you're doing to the child, you are destroying the child. And you have been for 2.5 years, and you're going to find out exactly how. And I hope to God that he allows you to get that karma for what you've done to this child, because you have ruined her childhood thus far. You have changed the path that her life was on.
That's the thing that totally sucks about this is once that child is teenager age and he makes friends, her friends might find this stuff on the internet about her, and that is going to hurt.
Yeah, he's talking about they said they put stuff in Harley's name and stuff like that. Oh, the judge is going to overturn it. Guess what, Germ? You putting your house in a trust, the judge is going to overturn that too. Mark my words. Okay, so you want to play that game, go right ahead. But if you want to go after, can you imagine if he tries to turn around and sue Harley? If you
How do
even
you
think it's, I
how do
don't
you
even
attack
know.
a child like this?
There's nothing. Listen, there's nothing. They have been so open about what they have, and you know, there's nothing there to put in her name. Don't you understand that?
Why does it?
But their
Lisa.
home is a
He has
homestead. You
multiple-
can't get it anyway.
He has
Yes.
multiple homes. He has multiple homes.
Yes.
Why doesn't he take some of that money and go start a nonprofit to raise money for others and do this and that? You know, he might say it, but where's the proof of it?
Because it's
He's
not going to
asking me
benefit
for help.
him.
He does nothing unless he
money.
gets write-offs. He does nothing. I'm telling you, this guy is he's calling out. Look, I'll tell you what, Jeremy. You show me your receipts, and then I'll show you mine. Because you don't
Hey,
show
Lisa.
anybody nothing.
Lisa,
Huh?
the funniest thing that I thought about, one of the things that he was saying today is about how he said Michelle's moving money to Harley's name, right? Well, didn't
Yeah.
somebody move properties into an LLC or a trust?
Oh
or
yeah.
something like
Yeah,
that
he had
during things? Yeah.
Yep. He had the
Kinda funny,
Tubetown property. The Tubetown property was in his name, his personal name, and then he moved it into the business name. And then he took
Yep.
his Ohio home that was in him and George's name. He had George quick deeded over to him. And then
Yeah, just sign it over.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So she signed it over to him, and then a couple months later, hang on. It wasn't even a year ago. He had it turned over into a trust with it under his name. He says it's under his kid's name. No, it's not. It's in his name.
Yeah.
He put it
Kinda
into
funny,
a trust.
right?
Which guess what? A judge will turn over because you were in litigation. You were in a court.
Yep.
In the courts during that. So
I mean, why
you're
is
not
he
so
trying-
smart,
all the
Jerm.
effort he's trying to do for a child? Why isn't he trying to do that effort to reunite with his own children? Honestly,
Exactly.
I mean,
Because he can't.
honestly,
He can't.
take care of your own first.
He can't.
Yeah.
He can't. It's about him. Strat lover, what's up, brother? It's all about
You have
him.
to see. You have to see the texts that his son showed of Jeremy talking to him after the fact, using God. In one sentence, he'd be against his mother, and then me and your mother love you. You have to see the text message and how he was trying to manipulate his son, using God and everything. Like, we're
To me,
here
that's
for
the
you, we
biggest
love
sin
you,
is
blah
to
blah blah.
take
You
God.
had to freaking see it. Oh my God.
To me, that's the biggest sin is to use God as a way to manipulate. And
Or
there's a
Scooby-Doo.
video from 2019 of him trying to get super chats. Send super chats to have your questions answered, and then he used God in the same sentence. I'm like, wow, he really.
that to me is just blasphemy. That is uncalled for. That's
But nobody was really calling him out back then, so he wasn't like aware of the stuff he was really saying as he is now. You know what I mean? No, because nobody was calling him out.
well.
But you watch him. He was looking at 7 different cameras because they had 7 different channels going live at the same time. And as he's talking, he's looking at each and every camera. He knew exactly where those cameras were, and he was talking to them as if he was on television performing.
Everything he does is intentional, and it's to get money. Even him opening fan gifts in mail on his live, that's intentional. What that does is that's like, oh, you guys want the same notoriety, you want the same publicity, you want to feel part of the club, you need to send me gifts too, and I'll open your gifts live. I mean, nothing is done that doesn't benefit the man financially. And that's it's like, take away. Let's see how much he's gonna do if he makes no money. Can he do that? Has he ever done that? Has he ever done something where he has just refused to here, like, it's like, first of all, Lisa, you're humble. You're living a humble existence. People have to make a living. You put a lot of time into this. There is people that need to make a living. He makes more than a living. Okay. He
Oh yeah.
has multiple homes. He has, there's a lot going on. He's got lots of assets, and then
Because he puts it in the business name, he thinks he doesn't, he's not making a paycheck.
He has excess to the extreme. And,
Mhm.
it's like, if he really wants to do good on this earth, it's like one thing to say, oh, donate to me because I'm going to donate. I'd love to see where he's donating. I'd love to grab all of his records of the quote unquote organizations he's truly donating to. And I'd love to see all of his financials because,
Right.
like I said, one thing I've learned with him is just trace the allegations and the accusations against others, and you can figure him out because it's what he's guilty of. He tries to mask and hide what he is doing by accusing others before he can be accused.
Well, let me tell you something. When this hoarder house thing went down, okay, that's when I saw the first background check on Jeremy, and it wasn't because anybody else asked for it and I didn't pull it, but somebody else did. Okay, and I don't know what kind of background check it was because I didn't see it, but they were telling me, and I was like, "Holy crap!" And back then, I mean, he obviously was hiding stuff from when he was married, okay, because he was trying to claim basically being indigent back then. He claimed it now. He claimed it a couple weeks ago on his live that he's indigent. But he claimed it back then, and he wasn't paying his child support, where the court actually ordered his business, Hang Your Hat Homes, to pay the child support.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, he took the 30 grand from his kids, went and bought that house, and then when he was on his live, in his videos, he's telling everybody how he was practically homeless. Like, he did have the home, but he had no electricity. He had no way. It's freezing. It's cold, blah, blah, blah. And meanwhile, this guy was like the big, he's such a hustler. He was doing storage units. He was doing things. He had money, but he did take the money from his kids to put a roof over his head when he got caught cheating on. Now, how long would that have lasted? I mean, his son thinks that there's another child his age somewhere else, that he's got to have siblings somewhere. How long has he been cheating on his wife?
Yeah,
Just a scammer. How long would it have gone on if he didn't get caught?
Here's the thing I looked at, because in my opinion, and I have very solid grounds for believing this, I think he's a con artist. I think his whole channel's a con. And I think if you look at, there's other YouTube influencers that they've busted.
He didn't, Jennifer.
Yeah, they've busted YouTube influencers for conning people, scheming and conning, scamming people. And he's the exact that's exactly what he's doing. And I'm just going to tell you, and so like I said, he plays the God card for the trust. He's
doing it. He's doing it a little different.
He's calling me a scammer, and meanwhile, I've shown everything I've done. How am I? What am I doing?
You've shown everything you've done. He's conning.
I've shown the fence. I've shown the party. There's stuff there for the barn that's getting done. What have I not shown? How are you calling me a scammer?
Lisa, the difference is he's doing all these lawsuits and everything for content, and he's making money on the content.
Yeah, well, we know that. I'm not doing that. I mean, yeah, I make pennies on the views. You know what I mean? And he put me out of work for a week because him and his friends, at least on YouTube, him and his friends decided, oh, let's do our smear campaign. Let's go do, take them down, blah, blah, blah. And he's taking everyone down. He's talking about people getting taken down tonight. We've never had any problems with YouTube. You're a freaking liar. I have proved that your videos have been removed. So do a couple of other people who reported it. Why? Because everybody gets notified when it gets removed, Jeremy.
And trust me, his video for tonight will get plenty.
I already know it's been reported. So many people have said that they've reported it. And it should be. He literally harassed about, 7 different people. Michelle, John, he mentioned the child. So Harley, you, me, Guapo, Leslie. Who else did he go after? Oh, he mentioned MLS. That's 8 right there.
Yeah.
You know who I didn't hear him mention? Oh, no, he did mention Bruce. But all he mentioned about Bruce was that it was his idea for the bankruptcy or whatever.
Can I ask one question?
Sure.
And if chat can answer this too, when's the last time he did his, what's it called? Restore the love or storage for love or whatever
I
when
have
he's
no
giving
idea.
something back. Yeah, either do I. But they were talking about that too. That's how they. I think Martha mentioned something
Yeah.
about that tonight, and I was like, well, when the hell is the last time they've done that? Because you think he would show that, right? Or at
Yeah.
least mention it. So I don't watch all
You know
their
what I
videos.
remember of his last
Yeah.
Storage to Love? He gave back a storage unit to a couple that he paid $200 for that Harley vest that he's wearing that he never watches and wore all the time. But it was the guy's favorite shirt, and he had to have it. And I'm thinking, giving them $200, they're not going to go and get another shirt. Why on earth are you taking this guy's Harley shirt? You can afford to go buy your own Harley anything, including a bike. Why on earth are you taking this guy's freaking vest, shirt, whatever it is?
Third protecting me says, which is the biggest bullshit line I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Sorry for sure, guys. Think it's
No,
after midnight.
God.
Yeah.
Y'all good. What's going on with
I have a
Shizzy?
bad
People
mouth.
keep talking about a live he did tonight. I have no idea, Jody. I don't watch Shizzy.
But hey, Lisa, I got to go because we have a hearing in the morning. I just wanted to pop on to share what happened, but I have to get up early. Our hearing's at 9:00. So I'm like, I got to
Alrighty.
Leslie, have a good night, sweetheart.
Thank you
We're
guys.
doing
for
this shit
having me on.
Monday tomorrow, right?
Leslie,
Yes, I will be
Leslie,
there
one,
tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
Leslie, one more time. What you wrote was incredible.
Thank you.
It was.
Thank you,
I
Robbie.
wanted to
I
respond to that too. Yeah.
I might put it into a video format where I have music behind it, and pictures, because I think it's a statement everybody should, you know what I mean? It's nothing but goodness, and
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
And that's how he responded.
yeah, we saw.
100%.
Yeah. But
Not
anyways,
even knowing it was you because I had a different name. He just
I
did
mean
that.
that shows you that he had to be Anaya Waterman, because I sent that during the emails back and forth with Anaya Waterman, right?
I see. That's what you mean. That's what you mean. That's how you're figuring it's her.
And
Okay.
he caps certain words just like in the Anaya Waterman email. So they're very similar. But anyways, I think he's Anaya Waterman, and that's my belief. I have reasons for that. And you can call me harassing. I don't think a message like that's harassment, but good luck trying to tell court that. Anyway.
I was going to, Sylvie, but there's 4 people on the panel, and I'll do it tomorrow night. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow night when Leslie's actually on. So, yeah, so that's kind of interesting now. Is it the same email from Anaya Waterman that she was emailing you, like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago or something?
Yeah,
Is it
it's the same one. I keep
So he was her the whole time.
Yeah, and that's the thing
And he showed his video and he held up papers like it was printed out that he had the info from Anaya Waterman.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying. I
then-
think Anaya Waterman is him because he showed up on, I think it was that umbrella guy. And he goes, oh, legally Leslie is emailed Anaya Waterman a harassing email. And I have never emailed her a harassing email. First of all, I don't even know what her email is. Okay. She's the one who reached out to me. Do you understand?
So he was trying to set you up.
Yes. And so that's why I think he's Anaya Waterman. So, that's why I didn't even want accolades I just thought maybe this would change him or get to his heart. That's why I sent that really kind email from an email that he wouldn't know was me, because I didn't want him prejudging it, thinking that it had anything negative, because it didn't. I just wanted him to open it and read it, with no bias.
Well,
but
plus you had sent that email to him weeks ago. That one, he's like basically saying, please, find yourself again, like find
Yeah, it
God
was
again.
very
You had
kind.
emailed him that once before, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, you can't, all I can do is what I've done. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm done. Like if that's the path he wants to take in life, let him do his life review before God when he's off this earth, and he'll see.
Right.
So anyways, all right, guys.
What was the name?
What?
Anaya Waterman.
Anaya Waterman. But it's
so either he's really her or he's using another name as her.
Well, I'll tell you.
I'm guessing he's really her then. He's probably her on the Facebook page.
I think so too. And
But Lisa, I love your lips.
Say,
What?
Kyle, I need your brain right now. Anaya Waterman.
Okay.
He
I'm a
obviously isn't
Waterman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Anaya. I'm a water.
ANIA Waterman. But he's obviously in contact with this girl a lot. You know what I mean?
No,
So
it's not a girl. It's an acronym. It's not an acronym, but a
Anya.
Anya.
I'm
Probably sounds like Anya, and she's supposedly from Ireland.
Anya.
well, this is another thing. When she kept sending me these emails, I said, why don't you just pick up WhatsApp and we can talk verbally on the phone? I'd rather talk verbally. I think we're better
Right.
communicating like that. And she refused to do it, which made no sense. And I'm like, what do you mean you can't get it pick up? Because even if she was in Ireland, people communicate all the time on WhatsApp. So I was like, well, let's get on WhatsApp and let's talk through this. Right. And
But
she wouldn't
WhatsApp
do it.
hard to hack to find out certain spots. Just to let you know, it's kind of secure in a way.
Yeah.
You have to know certain credentials.
Oh, I wonder if he's a Nia Waterman or Anya Waterman. Could he be Tracy Norris?
There's a big possibility.
That's what I'd like to see an email to look at the code to see where.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I'll send it. I don't want to do it. Obviously, I don't want to dox anybody.
Yeah,
but I can
no,
give that to you. I'll give it to you. Actually, I'll give
Hey,
it to you.
Hate Page is saying the Anaya Waterman account has been taken down. Go figure.
Oh wait, the Anaya Waterman account's down now.
Well, who knows? We'll find.
The Hate Page is saying the Anaya, whatever it is, Waterman account has been taken down.
Interesting.
Interesting, considering a lot of stuff has been deleted from there too. Wonder why? Is that because I don't know, you're in court and people are copying shit and finding IP addresses and Facebook is going after you?
Here's Anaya Waterman's email. So I'm sending it to you in the chat. You can see it. That's what keeps, and it has his birth year, 77, a part of that email. That's his birth year because I'm born the same year. So,
But if I could get an email that was sent to you, that's what I need to see the code on the back end.
oh, okay,
The
yeah.
email itself.
I'm gonna email.
won't-
I'll send it to Lisa, and then
send
she
it to
can
Lisa
send
and have her. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I need to see the back end.
Yes,
of
I
it,
did, Nikki. I did.
Yeah. Because
Nine
that's what I'm
chins.
saying.
What's up,
Why
brother?
would he automatically
How
think
you doing,
that
sir?
that email was me? You know what I'm saying? It happened during the same conversation with this girl, supposedly. But anyways, I just sent it to you, Lisa,
That's
so you
funny.
have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
So I can
guys.
see
I
the back
Google
end.
Anya
Yeah,
and it
thank you.
comes up Anya Waterman's drama with Fleas and Gabe at the top. Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
There's been a
God.
lot of red flags with her, including all of a sudden posting pictures of her supposedly dying of cancer, just meant to torment me as if I bullied this girl when I was reacting to her attack at me. But that's a whole nother ballgame. But who does that? Who puts pictures of their hair falling out? Like, I'm sorry, it was very odd, and it just doesn't make any sense. And so I truly believe it's him. I believe he's been harassing me under this alias, and I believe that's why he accused so quickly of this other email that I did under an alias during the same chain of emails during the same time occurrence that had to be me. You know what I mean? There's just too many weird things, but I think it's him. And I
Right.
think he's harassing me under this girl's email. And that's why he constantly brings her up and makes it sound like I'm bullying this girl. And, anyways, you guys can, I'll send you, I'll
Well,
forward you everything. So
She's
I think
clearly
it's a
attacking
character who he made
contacting
up.
you first.
yeah.
It probably is. And it could be, you know what? It may not even be him. It could be George. It could be Deanna. It could be any of them.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's definitely related to them. And that's why I sent the email trying to just spread love, hoping that this man might have a moment or somebody might have a moment where they reflect on what they're doing. But I'm not feeding into it. So if he wants to continue to send me hate emails from a quote unquote Anaya Waterman, keep it up. I'm not going to fight with you on it. Just
And
not
you
going
don't
to do it.
want her, man.
No. So anyway.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so
I'll
much.
see you
and
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. All right, guys. Talk to you later.
See ya, honey.
Good night.
Bye.
Okay,
Thanks for
bye,
coming
guys.
on.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
I need a waterman.
Wow.
Kyle.
Crazy.
I know.
Good night, Jen.
That's what I'm kind of thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. Same here.
Well, we know that
I
he
need a
does.
waterman.
I need
Yeah,
a
he
water.
does that all the time. He does
Yeah.
stuff like that all the time.
It's funny. You know what? I mean, he must have a lot of free time, even though he acts like he don't. He must at night because, I mean, George is the one that does everything. So aside from like lifting and moving storage boxes and bins or whatever, what does he really do aside from that? Because he seems to be paying attention. I mean, look, I'm on 3.5 hours now. You know what I mean?
Lisa,
And
you
he
just
seems to
tell
hear it.
somebody to do something and pay them money and they do it. You
Yeah.
know, how hard is it to send an email?
What
and
was
stuff
I
like that?
thinking? It's I need a water, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
It flows.
it does. It floats.
I don't know. I've never talked to anybody. I get people that email me all the time. Recently, I've been getting a lot of people that emailing me that I don't know their names. You know, but I've always been leery of who people are. I mean, I know who some people are. Don't get me wrong. So I'm not talking about everybody. But I'm always leery when I get email of like responding or anything like that. And I've always been like that during this whole freaking saga. You know, I'm now getting calls from the number that's been listed on the court docs. So now they're starting to call. And I'm like, oh, well, it only took you that long to do that, huh?
Get an eSIM, change your number.
That's why I don't answer any calls that I don't know who they are or
Yeah, me either. Me either. I thought it was funny.
I
think he answered one the other. I'm like, oh, all right, I need to do this now.
I don't either. Lisa called me under a private number and I didn't answer.
Yeah.
yeah.
Where has Nasty Curl Toenail Crate? What? Oh, okay. So, Robbie, apparently people are saying that Sean Goodman died
What?
a little bit ago. Yeah.
I don't think no, that's not the right Sean Goodman. I don't think Sean Goodman died.
And they're also saying that Els died.
Whatever. Ask Terry.
Mhm.
Terry's here.
I don't know. How would he know that? Oh,
Terry
yeah, that's
lives-
right. Chris's name was brought up today by George.
Whose
Diana
was?
only gets calls from the scammers. Chris's name. Something about a group or something made up about Jeremy. You know how many groups there are on there right now that talk about all this crap and then our channel in a negative manner? There's a lot. There's a lot, and they don't think we know of them all, but we do.
Els did not die. She was on that after that fact, Jennifer W.
Yes, she was that thrift angel person.
Yeah.
Oh, and that video where he's like talking into 7 cameras and asking people for super chats, he literally said that George is her real name. Told everybody that.
What a liar.
Yeah. I was a mod in the Coward of Otter Creek group. If Els died, how is she still donating? I don't know.
Right? Lori
It's
J.
amazing that he
Exactly.
keeps her in there because of what you were saying before, Robbie. He keeps her in
Yeah.
there for the super chat. That super chat is like $2. Is it worth it? Is that $2 worth it to you? To know that any one of your people that watch you, any one of your viewers can fall victim to the same thing that she did to Z? $2 is worth it to you? Wow.
That's
Wow.
amazing. And you want to say I'm mistreating my son? What are you doing to him?
Yeah. Yeah. If I know, and let's just say it wasn't Els and somebody came to me and I heard that story. But for instance, they released the names of the people who bullied. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say her name right. Is it Michaela? The lady with
Yeah.
the fox?
Michaela.
Okay. So if one of those bullies showed up on my channel, I'd block their ass.
Oh, I'd
No
block him in a
questions
heartbeat.
asked. No questions asked. You know why? Because we don't need the likes of you in here saying or doing anything or intimidating anybody at any point in time. If that's whom you are, you don't need to be here. And it's my channel and I can do that.
True.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't want people in here. I'm not going to allow people in here that I knowingly know are attacking, cyberbullying, or harming people in any way whatsoever. I will just completely block.
100%.
And the mod squad takes care of the chat.
Yep. And by the way, just so people know, I talk to my mods. They know how I want them to handle situations, and they handle it the way
My
I
mods
ask them
all
to.
knew. Yeah, my mods all know as well.
So you can't take anything out on my mods because they're doing what I've asked them to do. Some of them I haven't even really talked to. Like with Robbie, like all the mods get all the links. There's a plan, like there's a whole list there. Here, it was like that in the very beginning, but these girls here all know what to do. They all know what to do. They're experienced mods. We got Flut, we got Diana, we got Lori J, we got Bonnie, we got Stacy. Oh my God, Sweet Cheeks is in there somewhere.
Miss
Yeah,
Balls.
see, Diana knows. You don't talk to me like so.
Hey, I've got to say one thing though.
Yeah,
Jeremy did do one good thing for us.
but
He brought the woo back in Wooster. That was the most hilarious thing I think I've seen or heard, and it's stuck in my brain. So thank you for that.
oh my God, Kyle, when I was sent that, I'm like, no way. And then when I opened it up and actually read it, I'm like, come on, is that really him? And I'm looking, and I'm like, that is freaking him. I'm like, no way. And I had to sit on it and wait to show you guys. I was even debating whether showing it, but I was just like, oh my God. I think I read it out loud, right, Robbie? I read it first before showing it. And I was like, the woo in Wooster? Like, oh my God. The ego on that guy was insane. And then the picture of the side profile of his torso. I'm like, yeah, what was that like for a minute?
I agree, Hannah. Hannah said something great. She said he brought us all together. Very true.
That's true.
That he did. That he did. That he did. But yeah, I mean, that was hilarious. That was hilarious. I was so shocked when I got that. I'm like, oh my gosh. So, because I had heard about the stories with the Craigslist and how he set up the one girlfriend with the prostitution and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, wow. I'm like, that's pretty far. But I don't have anything to prove that. You know what I mean? And so I was like, okay. Well, then somebody else mentioned it and literally was witness to it. So I was like, okay, well, there we go. And then out of nowhere, one day, those popped up. I'm like, this is exactly what that was all about. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, wow. So, people are afraid of him. And the reason why is because he harasses people. He doesn't leave people alone. It's literally like when you get rid of him and he's out of your life. Thank God. You know what I mean? But keeps
he's
coming
never
back.
out of your life.
Yeah, he keeps coming back. There was a 5-year protection order. And the day it was over, he contacted them 1, 2, 3, letting them know he was still around. And it's like, what does your girlfriend think of that? You know what I mean? Like, what the hell does George think about you did? Oh, she probably didn't even know he did that, But yeah, he did. He did do that. And what's crazy is the stuff that he was saying when he did it, and I'm not going to talk about that. But when he made that contact, he was saying things and using someone's child in saying it. And I'm not going to discuss what that was. But that's messed up. That's absolutely freaking sick. And he's not right in the head, in my opinion. Not right in the head. And I think, love to know what that psyche eval said to keep them away from your kids or need specific visitation. But yeah. And you want to go after Guapo. You want to go after Robbie. You're trying to go after all these people who are doing good things with their life. You know what I mean? They're doing good things. They're helping people. They're, Robbie helps people. We're trying to help Michelle and the family, and we're going to help another family this coming Christmas. Guapo helps people all the time. Like we and we're trying to give back and pay things forward. And he's the one coming after all of us. And what I'm saying is, I'm definitely not trying to toot our horns or anything. I'm just wondering how you're coming after these people who are doing what you're not. All you're doing is bullying.
That's why I asked that one question. When's the last time he gave something back? I mean, the Christmas thing, he bought so many toys that one year, I guaranteed it was just a rerun of the same toys that they had from the year prior.
Probably. He's got so much stuff there.
Well, you got to think how they've spent. I mean, from what I saw, if it was true, they spent a ton of money. No way in hell they went through all those toys after seeing that room, how it was set up, even if they had 1,000 kids. Okay? One.
They definitely
two,
did.
Yeah. And then they do it again, but then he's so afraid. He's just playing the game. What is he afraid of? Is he afraid the porta potty's going to blow up on him or something? I don't know.
Kyle, you know what? It's all done for just content.
Yeah. True.
Why doesn't he go and build something and then have the content on build? People would love to watch that stuff. Renovate the freaking condos you got. Don't freaking throw a bunch of old junk in there.
Oh, that's the worst. The beds, used beds.
Ugh. Yeah. Ugh.
Oh. That's the reason why I don't do that's the reason why I have a lot of opportunities to travel and go to different places, and I don't do those kind of places. I love hotels.
Right.
Especially nice hotels because I know it's going to be okay. But that kind of stuff, the Airbnbs.
He's selling them on Whatnot now? Is he selling backpacks on Whatnot now? No way.
I thought they had a whole lot of it a while ago, but they found them in a storage unit, I think. So
they found them.
Well, it was in the storage unit. Yeah.
Yeah, right. It was.
Bullshit. How many were in the lots they were selling? No way.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't believe that for a second.
All right, guys, it's 1:49. I got to get to bed because I got to be at the market.
Yeah, it's getting late.
Oh,
all right, guys.
Ready.
I love you all. God bless. Prayers to everybody.
Thank you all so much for
you guys
supporting
rock.
us. We'll be
just
back
remember
tomorrow night.
Night, everybody. Love you all.
Thank you, Kyle. I love having you on here. You're fun.
But I'm boring.
Blotter, get that passport.
I'll take boring. Yeah. So.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I know me. I'm good. So. Oh, Stacy Nat saying that she has it.
What?
I'm kidding. I was lying there. But
Yeah.
it was fun content. Yeah.
all right,
guys, prayers to everybody. Thank you so much for being here, supporting us. And I will be back tomorrow night with Mischief Mondays with Leslie. Leslie will be on. I'm sure we're going to go over. We're probably going to do some of that analysis that I said I was going to do tonight, and it should be fun.
Sorry, that's my fault.
Definitely interesting. Yeah, Kyle, thanks so much for coming on. You are welcome anytime, more than you want to. You're so welcome to come on here at any point in time.
Kyle rocks, dude.
So prayers out to everybody. Go check out our mods channels because they are absolutely awesome. Tomorrow you're gonna be. Do you have a Gator call tomorrow? Probably.
I don't know. Hopefully I'm going to the market.
You're going to the market. Oh.
Uh-oh. Hurry up. Tell Jeremy, everybody.
Uh-oh.
Get your pancakes, Robbie. Make sure you sit some at one spot for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, right.
What? Oh, Spade's trying to make me wait. I'm not waiting. This is a trick that he does all the time.
Spate loves this kind of stuff. Yeah.
What? Now everybody's doing it. What?
Shut up, Tammy J.
Uh-oh, Tammy J just got to shut up.
Well, she loves telling me to shut
Tammy
up.
J.
It was kind of fun to say it, yeah.
All right, guys.
Oh,
Thank you again.
Bye.
I know.
Good
right?
night, everybody.
Thank
God
you.
bless.
Good night.
Prayers.
We'll be back tomorrow at 10. Have a great day tomorrow, guys.
Ta-ta
Peace
for
out.
now.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Get
Bye.
naked.
Bye.
Have fun.
Who's going to do it?
Bye.
Who's going to do
Bye. Bye. Bye.
it? Toodaloo. There it is. Bye.
Ha ha!